just have to adjust. Hey, Victor, how you doing? What are you up to this, I almost said Saturday night, this Friday night? Any weekend plans? Anything going on for Labor Day? Just chilling? Yeah, same. Hey, David Sanders, how are you? Good to see you. It's always, I feel like you're like one of the first people that show up for my live streams, and I love it. Hi, Wise Guys Outdoors, how are you? I don't think I've ever spoke to you before. Yeah, what you see is my plans for the weekend. Well, not live streaming, although maybe one of these days I can do like a live stream for like 10 hours or something like I've seen some YouTubers do. Hi, James Brown. Wow, oh my God. Where have you been? Oh my goodness, Bob. I didn't know your name was James. I haven't seen you in so long. Wow. Matt was your old chat. Matt, did you just go by Matt? Because the only Matt the only Matt that comes to my mind is Matt, and I thought he had DOC or DR like a doctor like in the name. That's the only thing that's coming up in my head. Up north between you and Erie. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. I I don't know if you're familiar with Fredonia, New York, but I've traveled up there going past Erie, even like staying in Erie to get up to that area. But I've been there. I've been around there probably. So surfing the net. That's usually when the good things happen, when you're just surfing and you're bored. Yeah, I've been great, Bob. I've been wondering about you. I actually was a little worried. I was hoping that you were okay through this pandemic, and I didn't know how to reach out to you, but it makes me happy to see you here and that you're doing okay. Thank you, Wise Guys Outdoors. I appreciate that. And hi, Full Moon. How you doing? Robert Bartell. Oh, I'm happy that he just showed up. That's fine with me. I'm happy that you're here for a second. And I hope that you're feeling okay. I hope you're doing well. I see that you're waiting for your meds, or I guess they already are coming in, so or starting to work. Uh, you think I look okay? I just threw this on. Come on. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm doing okay. Full moon. I just had a really busy day, and I was supposed to get a video out tonight, and I started editing it, and then other stuff I had to get done and take care of. So it's just sitting, this video is just sitting in my editing program, just waiting for me to finish it. So it'll go up hopefully sometime tomorrow. Where's my buddy? All right, James, which one? Because you've probably seen two of my buddies on my live streams. And excuse me, I'm not sure where Beth is. She could possibly be working. Actually, she should be done with work at this point. And my other buddy, Tiffany, I haven't seen her since the pandemic started. Well, not that. Okay, I'm a liar. We we would do this thing where we would meet up in a parking lot, all three of us in our cars, and just kind of talk to each other through the windows. So we were doing that a couple of times during the beginning of the pandemic, and I haven't seen her since probably, I want to say, excuse me, I want to say I haven't seen her since probably the end of May or early June. So, and I get it. We're all busy. We all have stuff to do, and you know, and then there's quarantine and all that. So, have I missed anyone so far? I don't think so. I know that feeling. I need to do a new video, but just not feeling it tonight. I get those feelings too. Full moon. Um, Maybe that's kind of, well, no, I won't say I wasn't feeling doing it. Like I literally was busy today. Um, and I haven't stopped going. I actually I was working on a project up until 5 a.m. like from Thursday into Friday morning. So I didn't go to bed till 5 a.m., 5:30, something like that. I had to wake up somewhere around 10 or 11, which I know to some people that's not early. But when you haven't, when you didn't fall asleep until 5 a.m., 6 a.m., that's early. So, and again, I know that there's probably people who run on less sleep than that. I just know I can't. I mean, I get up, I am functional, but I'm not a good human being if I don't get at least 6 hours, 8 hours sleep. Um, yeah, so I've been running since 11 on probably about 4.5, 5 hours of sleep. And that's my issue. And that's why I didn't get to my video. I missed a lot of chat. Robert Bartell, yes, I have a few people that have said something about it. Possibly if I get time this weekend, I was going to try and see if I can do a reaction video to that one. Hi, Brent Happy. Wave back at you. And Dwight Heron. Wow, all the stars are out tonight. That's what's up. What are we drinking tonight? It's a Mario. I'm not drunk yet. This is the first one. It's a Mike's Hard black cherry lemonade, and it is delicious. I love it. Hey, Ron Fuqua, how you doing? I don't actually remember seeing you ever in a live chat. Maybe you have been, but it's good. It's good to see you now. I'm sober, hard to think. That's why I'm drinking, Bob. I think better whenever I had a few. I'm actually considering doing a cooking channel. Yeah, you should. I wish I could. I've had predominantly a wild game and self-caught fish carb diet since 2014. Wow. That's what's up. You lost 215 pounds. Yes, make your channel and I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I'll follow through with any recipes and stuff, but that's amazing. Congratulations, because that's hard. That's really hard. And it takes a whole lot of dedication and motivation and all the Asians in order to keep up with something as, weight loss is a change of your whole life. It's not just like a fad or, something you do once and you fall off. And because, hello, candidate, I've fallen off that bandwagon so many times. Dwight Heron, thanks again for reacting to Pink Floyd. Oh, no problem. You know what? That was probably the best one to react to for my first Pink Floyd. I've heard it before, like I said, just not in full, in the song in full. And I always wondered why everybody did. Wow, I can't talk. I always wondered why everyone loved that band. Like kids in my high school who didn't grow up with Pink Floyd, but I guess somehow they heard them, loved them, and they wore the shirts. And I'm just kind of like, what's so great about them? Pink Floyd, Rush, all the classic rock music bands, if you can imagine who they all are. I'm old. I need a minimum 6 hours. That's not being old. I need that too. I need at least 6 hours to be a respectable member of society. is SA here. Honestly, I've been loving some of his books. I don't know if he's in here. And you know what? That's one of the things that I've been trying to do, and I'm failing at it. I've been trying to get to a bookstore to pick up the one that everybody's raving about, Blacktop Wasteland. I've been meaning to go get like a hardback because I love books, and I mean, I can order something on Amazon and like read it on my phone, but I like having the actual book in my hand, and I actually prefer hardback compared to soft. I miss changing the last name, giving you hugs from. Aw, thank you for the hugs, and I hug you back. Hi, Casey. Casey, I'm sorry. Casey from Maryland. Hi. Yeah, not my first time, but you had a few more last time. Do you mean a few more lives or a few more days? Because you're probably right on both. Hi, Michael Monroe. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy that there's people that are talking to me. I'm not fat, I'm damn. I like that. I'm actually going to use that. I actually want that on a t-shirt if it's not already used. No copyright. Way to go, wise guy. I've lost 210. Hey, you know what, David Sanders? You probably had to lose a bit of weight before going through that operation. So it's not, I wouldn't look at it as you took an easy way out, because I'm sorry, I haven't been, knock on wood, I haven't been under a knife for anything, thankfully, and I hope to kind of keep it that way unless necessary. But I don't know if I would go under a knife for something like that. I'm kind of scared about it, and I admire anybody who's willing to make whatever change they need to do to become who they want and what they want to look like. So you're telling me to do it, David Sanders? I don't know about that. I best turn it. Long weekend of work. Take care. Oh, turn in. All right, wise guys outdoors. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll catch you in another live stream or see you in another video. TikTok SRV. Oh, are you asking for a song? I'm not even sure how to pronounce that, sir. But I take requests through comments. So, but not live stream comments. But if you go under any reaction video of mine, you can put your request in the comments there. And disclaimer, I think I've said this a million times, but I guess it bears repeating. So I have a ton of people that I have yet to get to. I have a long list of reaction requests. So if you're giving me something now, it's going to take me a while to get to you. I'm still working on things from like a year ago. So, yeah, it's going to take me a while to get to whatever request that you're giving me, just so you have that in mind when you do drop a request. I prefer people who ask the sales rep in stores if they have clothes in a size for people who actually eat. That's a good one. I should do that. I believe you are just very beautiful. Aw, Bentley. That is the sweetest hi, first of all. And that is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Not lots of plans this weekend. I'm actually going to get a motorcycle. Well, that sounds like a plan. Sounds like a huge purchase. Friend is getting me a good deal. That's cool. And yeah, don't turn down a good deal. That's cool. I don't know if I've never even been on a motorcycle, let alone drive one. Is it driving it or riding it? I don't know how you put it, but I'll never be behind the handlebars of a motorcycle. I've thought about it though, but no. No, I was correcting my spelling into part. Oh, okay, got you, David Sanders. It's from a Gabriel Iglesias bit from his stand-up. Oh, Fluffy, he's hilarious. I like him. SRV is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, I caught that part, but the TikTok threw me because I didn't know if he meant do a TikTok of SRV or is TikTok the song. Um, but the word association and my coherentness, like I said, this is my first drink, so I caught on to what he was saying and got it. Ride. I didn't know how you say like to operate a motorcycle if you're the one steering. Is it see I'm messing up. I don't know the terminology of operating a motorcycle, and I'm showing my ignorance right now. That surgery was honestly one of the easiest surgeries I've ever had. I just felt like I was sore from too many sit-ups. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. The only thing that I worry about is the whole being knocked out and them cutting you and stuff. That's the thing that I don't think I'd like. I wouldn't like it. Like I don't want to put if I don't have to put myself through it, I don't think I'd want to put myself through it. Ms. Justina, oh, what's up, girl? Hey, everybody, Ms. Justina is just about one of the best reactors on YouTube, and she's my girl. You should go definitely check her out. Her channel is Ms. capital MS. Is it a dot after Ms. Justina? I think no, there's no dot. Okay, so it's just capital MS, then Justina, as you see on the screen. She's hilarious. She throws in comedy, and she's just wonderful and a doll. And you should go check her out. And I am actually really happy to see you in a live stream. No problem. You going to Halo jump with us? What? do I? Are you talking to me? I don't know. I feel lost on that one. Less than 3 hours from where I live, they're expecting snow. Whoa, what? Who's expecting snow? Okay, so Robert, you're gonna have to refresh me on where you're Canadian, right? I just don't think I remember what part of Canada you're in. But that's in that snow already? Wow. Oh my God, Dee, I know how much you love guitar. I sent you a request a while back. I'm sure it's in a long list of requests. You have to do some. Tab Benoit. Live shows are the best. He's amazing. Yeah, Brent, it probably is somewhere in my list, and it doesn't sound familiar to me right now, so I probably haven't even got to it yet. And all I could say is I will get to it eventually. Again, I'm still working on last year's requests. I don't know what to say except I put a lot of work into my videos, so I'm not just turning over requests and just pumping them out like that. There's like a lot of work that go into them. So I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to like hit people that I haven't got to, and also with repeat requester, I'm trying to get to people who have already put in requests long ago, and I'm trying to like get maybe a second one in for them. Just I'm trying to keep people happy all around. I don't know if it's working, but West Central Canada, Alberta, yellow snow. So you're in Alberta, okay. My birthday is Wednesday. We're going to skydive. Whoa, you're gonna do that? That's really dangerous. I don't know. Please be careful. That scares me when people say they're gonna skydive. I would never put myself in that position. Thanks for understanding, Brent. I appreciate it when people understand that, because on the flip side, there's people that seem to don't understand that, and I don't know what to say to them. What's up, first time chatter, long time watcher? Well, hi, Creeper. I'm just playing. No, thank you for coming into the live stream, Dawn. Yeah, I appreciate you checking out what a live stream is about. Usually, all I do is find people to talk to and drink because I associate drinking with hanging out in a room full of people. And this is my virtual room full of people with a drink in my hand. So, have you seen the German video of the guy sky? Whoa, no, that sounds wild. I don't know if I'd want to see that. I know, D. I will wait however long it takes. Oh, that's sweet. I hope it doesn't take too long. Because there's a lot of duplicate requests, and it seems sometimes that I'll like do one person's request, but it actually ends up being a lot of other people's requests. And I love when I do that. So hopefully I have hopefully I have a lot of that going on so I could just start, eliminating wow, I'm sorry. Hopefully I can eliminate stuff that I've already done and get to the stuff that I have not done. But that's always hypothetical. So thank you, Brent. So, what is your all-time favorite? My all-time favorite band. Hmm. Hmm. That's a hard question because I have a lot. Uh. Um. All-time favorite. I have to think about it. We respect you have a life and appreciate you doing. Thank you, Robert. And it's not even like I try to throw in the whole I have a life. I have stuff I'm doing outside. I mean, that's true, yeah. But, I also choose to do this and I have made this part of my life too. And I enjoy doing it. It's just the expectations sometimes are really high uh for people on YouTube. Like they're high from the viewer to the creator. And I understand. Sometimes like I kind of get that way. Like I mean I've started out as a viewer on YouTube for the longest. And whenever I would comment or something on my favorite YouTuber's page and they didn't answer, I'd just be like, I'd be all upset and stuff. Now, as a creator, I see that it's not possible to always be able to comment. It's not always possible, to answer everybody all at once or answer emails all the time when it's just you on top of doing everything else. And I don't know. It's one of those things where you have to do it to understand, I guess. Been doing it for 40 years. It's better than crashes. Been in 2 airplane crashes. Well, I would hope that what is it, skydiving? I would hope skydiving is better than crashing in a plane. And I'm sorry to hear that you've been in one or two. I'm happy that you survived though. But I mean, I'm not a thrill seeker. I don't go out trying to find, things to jump out of or, caves to explore. Speaking of caves to explore, I don't know. There's like a couple of channels I've been watching on YouTube, a couple of like horror story, like real horror story things. And a couple of them involved people doing like, I guess, spelunking. I guess that's the formal word for it. Exploring a cave and like going in all the tight like crevices and stuff. Or if you dive into the ocean and you go inside like the caves and stuff. And I read like or watched videos of some people that never made it out and stuff. And that has me so freaked out. And I'm reading the comments and people are just like, how do people find this fun? And I'm like, reading the comments like, yeah, I don't understand what's fun about that. But I just had to throw that in there because I kind of feel like that's also an extreme pastime, just like skydiving. Many of us know you have a real life. Right. And, I take that for granted that people have to know that part. That's why I'm not going to like use that as you know, um, a thing to get people to feel bad for me or whatever. More or less, it's just, hey, I have a ton of people that just overwhelm me, and I haven't been able to get out of this hole I'm in. Let's see. Bentley, Tim Faust, Castellucci, Castellucci. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Avi Kaplan, really deep bass singers, right? Well, these following bass singers will those aforementioned sound like novices. Check out Ken Turner, Tim Storms. If those are requests, Bentley, if you really would like to see me react to either of those, then definitely go into any of my videos, any of my reaction videos, but not live streams because I don't get the comments from the live chat. So if you go under any of my videos, you could put your request in through there. Disclaimer, it's going to take me a while to get to you. When I'm having a bad day, I watch you review SRV and aw again, and then I'm smiling. Aw, that's awesome. Nice to see your lovely face again. Never knew you liked SRV. He is the reason I bought my first guitar, by the way. This is Dave from What? Get the heck out of here, Dave! What? How are you? Oh my god, I haven't seen you in like forever. And you're in my live stream on YouTube. That's amazing. Wow. I hope you've been okay. I hope you're doing all right. Are you still in Florida? That's the last thing I remembered seeing, that you had moved down there. Robert Bartell, gotta pack it in for now. Hope everyone has a great weekend. You have a good weekend too, Robert. I don't know is it Labor Day weekend for you? I'm not sure if they do that up in Canada, but it's a 3-day weekend for us in the US if you have a job where they let you off for 3 days. But whatever it is, I hope you have a great weekend, Robert. Thanks for stopping in. Danny O'Neill, wow, I'm surprised to see you live, but I always love your reactions. I do live streams every now and then. Probably, I would say once a month if I can. I can't do it all the time, but I try to do it at least once a month. My channel is still very small and very much a specialized in audience, and I have missed comments sometimes. Yeah, and what's crazy too? I don't know if you experienced this full moon, but I'll miss comments, and like a couple of people thought that I was deleting them, and I'm like, I don't delete anything. The only time I'll delete something is if it's really out of line. But what I think is happening, I have, I guess it's like a filter or something that will kick comments they think is spam, like YouTube, the algorithm, or whoever it is. I don't know who's running it or what's running it, but it will take some comments and just filter it and put it off to the side. And I didn't know that until I can't remember when I discovered it, but I'm just like, holy crap. And I had like, at that point, I had like 75 comments, and I'm like, whoa, oh my God. And I bet you people thought that I deleted these or just wasn't answering them. I didn't get them. I didn't see them. And I totally didn't know that they were being pushed off to the side. So, yeah, it's crazy about the comments because I always think I'm doing good by answering everything, and then something like that happens, or somebody will be like, well, why'd you delete my comment? And I'm like, I didn't. Ooh, you want to watch a movie about caving? You mean The Last Descent? Or okay, so one of them is a horror flick, and I've seen it, like with the women that went down in a cave. So I don't know if you mean that one, The Last Descent, which I just recently watched, and I only just recently watched that because of the YouTube channels I've been watching that go over all of these horror stories. And The Last Descent talks about, I think his name is John Jones, who was the guy that got stuck in a cave in Utah. So I don't know if you mean either of those or something totally new. Relax, man. You got this whooped already. Not sure what that's in reference to, but thanks. Cave diving is super dangerous. It has a high death rate. Tiger Woods is one of the best, believe it or not. Dude, Tiger should stay on the golf course, man. I don't understand anyone that wants to go cave diving. It's I don't understand it. I just don't. Hi, Robert Bard. Hey, Dylan, how are you? The new Rolling Stones release a deluxe expanded version of their classic album, Goat's Head Soup, is awesome. Check it out. Your song reviews are awesome. Keep them going. Thank you, Robert Bard. Is this new Rolling Stones release, is it like an album? Is it one song with a video? Is it audio only? I'm only asking these questions because if I would be able to, if I had the time to be able to do it, more than likely that's going to get blocked. Rolling Stones is one of them artists that I know instantly. If I do a reaction video, it's going to get blocked. I'm probably going to have to break that video up. And that's why I'm asking, like, is it like an actual music video or is it just audio only? Like, I mean, I can investigate and see myself, but brutal, yes, but well made and so well acted. I'm not sure which movie we're talking about. Oh yeah, just watched Lake Bodom. I don't know what that one is either. That's the one, the original. Still in Florida. It's really good to see you. You're genuinely one of the sweetest, most beautiful people. Jeez. Aw, Dave. You were always so funny. I thought you were so awesome. And like you handled customers so well. I would like, okay, so me and Lashaya, is that how you pronounce it? Lashaya 69. Me and Lashaya worked together in a call center for a mortgage company long time ago. Almost, well, just about a decade ago. Wow. And we would get phone calls with people, like we handled like refinancing of home loans and stuff like that. And we would get phone calls of unhappy people. And I would be sitting at my desk, like steaming, mad, and like, they were so mean to me. And like, I would just be flipping out. And Lashaya would just be like, oh, ma'am, it's okay. We can just do this for you and do that for you. And he would just be so calm and gentle with the customer that I guess it just eased them and they wouldn't yell at him. For some reason on a phone call, for some reason people just love to like me, because it's not the first call center I've worked at. Hopefully I don't do it anymore, but it's good to hear that you're doing good and still in Florida. Although, are there any storms or anything? I thought there was like some hurricane. I might be a little late on this news, but I just hope you're doing okay and you're not in any danger or anything. What's up, Ponyboy Curtis? Cave diving, so easy. A caveman could do it. Are you Geico now? Hey, Gary Phillips. 1990 Devil Awards, Dolly Parton, He's Alive, Pretty Please with Sugar on Top, not only for me, but for everyone. Just gonna repeat this little request, Gary, in case I missed you or you weren't in here yet. And by the way, good to see you. Requests, I take them in the comments only because right now I'm, chatting and, trying to see all you lovely people and not miss a comment. But also on that, I won't see any requests in the live chat after this ends. The replay well, I think the replay does play this, but it's real time. So I would have to go through, the whole chat to get to the comments. And I honestly can't do that. So any of my any of my reaction videos, you can go through and leave the comment, leave your request, whatever it is that you want me to do. Disclaimer, it's going to take me a while to get to you. It has nothing to do with you personally. It's just I have a whole lot of people to get to. Greaser. My ex-wife is a professional diver, zero visibility, deep water dives. She refuses to cave dive. I don't blame her. That's dangerous and it's scary. And I watched these videos where well, the one guy did it to break a world record, a Guinness World Record. He broke it. He broke the world record, but then he, I guess, found a dead body under the water. You guys might have heard this story. I can't remember that. I think his name was David Shaw, and this was in South Africa, I think. But he broke the world record by going down as deep as he did, and he saw another diver's body down there. So he decided to make another expedition to go down there to bring the body back, and he ended up dying. I mean, it was noble what he decided to do and what he wanted to do, but it's like, when do you just have to let things just go? I meant them drinks, sugar britches. Did I miss something? I'm not sure if I missed a comment of yours earlier, G. Mathis. We were talking about The Descent. The original and the sequel were brutal with the female. Okay, so you're talking about the horror flick. And I didn't know that there was an original. I can't even remember the year of the one I saw. I'm trying to think how long ago was it that I saw it. I want to say it was 2005 or 6 when I watched it. So I don't know if that means that's when it came out, or maybe it came out earlier. Couldn't resist the caveman joke. I like the caveman joke. I thought it was funny. It just made me think of Geico. And there's nothing wrong with Geico. I have them as my car insurance provider. I hate cave diving. I do jumps and dives to keep certifications. You do all of this. Wow. You're an extreme sportist, or wait, extreme sports guy? Is that right? Extreme. Okay, never mind. It's an entire album. There are some videos from it that are great. Crisscross, Scarlet. They're like mini movies. Very cool. Well, first of all, I'm kind of shocked to hear that the Rolling Stones are back. So that's cool in itself. I'm just wondering when when will Aerosmith come back? Because for some reason, is it them? Wait, Rolling Stones. Who else? I don't know why I thought of Aerosmith. I don't know. I always put them groups together for some reason. I would love a reunion of Aerosmith, by the way, since I brought them up. Not my favorite of all time band, but I do like Aerosmith. I would like to suggest a few songs, but I will wait my turn behind those. Well, like I said, G Mathis, yeah, it's just because I have so many people to get to. But you could always put your request in, so at least I have it, Live replay will delete chat if you edit the stream in any way after the fact, if you didn't know. No, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me, because I honestly never messed around with a replay, live stream replay anyway. Like once I do these, maybe once in a while I'll go back in and watch just to see like how drunk was I? Did I say something out of line? Anything like that. I'll go back in to kind of look, but otherwise I don't touch these ever again. Bohemian Rhapsody, home isolation version during COVID. They were all in their own homes, recorded on their phones. I don't think I know who Ogene is. Good to see you, Ron Fuqua. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Sorry, I couldn't remember when you were in live chat last. I think I've done a pretty good amount, and I've probably been drunk in all of them, so I have bad memory. But it was good to see you tonight, and I appreciate you stopping in. Just listen to it for you, please. Trust. I want to give back to you. I could check it out. But also, if it's more than one song, at least give me a few to choose from, and then like I can, test one out. Although for reactions, I like to just not know what I'm going to be listening to until I actually do it. Unless I've heard of the group before. Like if you ask me to react to Aerosmith, I already know what they sound like. New albums by old groups out. Deep Purple, Kansas. Whoa, Kansas. That's cool. And The Who? Wow. The Pretenders, The Go-Go's, Ozzy Osbourne. I knew I saw something on Google about Ozzy, but I wasn't sure. I didn't read the article, but I wasn't sure if it was bad news or not, because I know that he's getting up there in age. So I just didn't read it. I'm a watershed specialist. I have to go in. Wasn't up to this hurricane, but worked FEMA 27 years. Wow. I'm not sure what all that job entails, but it sounds dangerous. And it explains what you do, and I just wish you'd be careful. I hope that you're careful, but it seems that you are. You must know what you're doing. 27 years at it. Love the Dodge commercial where Steven Tyler jams the car in reverse, time travels, and steps out of the car young. I haven't seen that. I'll have to see, or look it up on YouTube and see. That would be cool. I like Steven Tyler. I love him a lot. Actually, Lashaya, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Okay, so I think whenever we were working together, you had talked about Elvis and stuff. And ever since then, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a huge Elvis fan, but I've given some of his songs a try, and not in reactions, just like personal listening. And I could actually say I kind of like him. You always made me laugh though when you said, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you had said that your favorite Elvis was, I guess, when he was starting to decline, like probably the 70s Elvis with the jumpsuits and the big glasses. You'll have to let me know if I'm wrong about that. That always made me laugh. If you think about it, check out Slayer's video trilogy from the last album, You Against You, Repentless, and Pride and Prejudice. Slayer, are they metal, like heavy metal? I never listened to them, so that would be an interesting reaction, because I never listened to like super heavy metal or anything that I thought was really heavy. So I might be wrong on what I think about it, because of course, I have my own ideas on what things are, and usually I'm proven wrong, but no point in touching them again when they're drank. Throw them out and get more. Yeah. Three Dutch Sisters, they have done many home isolation videos and medleys. The Bee Gees medley, Earth, Wind, and Fire medley, 3 Degrees medley. I never heard of the Three Dutch Sisters. Ozzy with Elton John and Slash, and Duff McKagan and Chad Smith on Ordinary Man. Ozzy with Elton, that's got to be hilarious. I'm going to drop some requests on your latest uh, reaction video for some good Three Dog Night and chunky 1975 Elvis in Hawaii. Okay, Elvis in Hawaii. That's great. I knew it. I knew it was like it had to have been later, like not his Jailhouse Rock Elvis, but I thought it was later, before he died. Slayer is an old school trash. Whoa, I thought that said trash. Thrash. They are legends. Boston is awesome too. Boston. Boston. What did they sing? More Than a Feeling, right? Have you done a reaction to Dragon Force? If you have, I've missed it and we'll have to look for it. No one's ever asked me to do Dragon Force, but I know who they are. I have heard of them. Actually, Dragon Force, I should look it up before I say what I'm about to say. Were they a cartoon? Did they have like a cartoon on Comedy Central or MTV or something? Metalocalypse? Am I correct on this? It didn't come up. It didn't come up yet on here. Maybe I should just look that up. Or am I thinking of the wrong group? I had a lot of crazy friends that made me watch a lot of crazy stuff. I don't even know how to spell that. Metalop. Metalop. Oh my god. Metalop. I can't. Somebody help me. 6 a.m. is amazing. Never heard of it. Hey, really smart. How you doing? You're fine. Just getting started. I actually was late. I said, I saw Foreplay. I'm like, whoa, what? Long time, Boston. I never heard those. I was just watching 1972 Elvis tour documentary. He was Metalocalypse. Thank you. Was that Dragon Force? I'm probably wrong about that too. Hold on. Metalock. Why can't I say this? Part American. Oh, Deathlock. Okay. Part Scandinavian death metal band Deathlock. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was Dragon Force, but I'm guessing I'm completely wrong on that. No idea why I put those two in the same thing, but Metalocalypse. Thank you. I could not get it out of my mouth, man. Super technical speed power metal band. Dragon Force. I know I've heard them before. Because like I said, I've had some crazy friends that tried to, I don't know, make me a really heavy metal fan. And I'm just like, I'm not hardcore. Like, I like hip hop, but I don't like the gangsta rap, like hard, harsh rap. I don't like that stuff. I like rock music, but I don't like the hard, harsh metal, or at least I don't think I do. But Boston's version of the Star Spangled Banner is incredible. I didn't know they did a version of it. I guess I guess it can be assumed that everybody, or mostly every artist, has done that song or any other patriotic song. What you drinking, Gary? Unless you told me. Third try, just not for me, for you. Up to you what to do with it. More than likely, Gary, I probably am not going to get to it right away. If you're okay with waiting, I will save it for when I do my reaction. I'm gassy, I'm sorry. If you really, really, really want me to listen to it on my own, I will do that. Or the other option, and I really don't like to throw this out there, but I have um, I've done special requests for people that just had to have me do a request right then and there. And the way to do that is my PayPal. Any donation, it doesn't matter what it is. If you donate to my PayPal, I just do a automatic reaction. So there's those three options. Either, well, four I think, or no, three. So either I wait till I get to it in the list, or I just listen to it on my own and I can just let you know what I think about it. Or if you really, really want me to do a reaction for it, I take donations through PayPal. Um, I usually don't bring that up as like a selling point, but I have done that for people before. So I was tongue tied. Yes, you're absolutely right. Possibly the drink, possibly the words, foreplay. I think it's like a mix of all of it. Nikki Six. Okay, so wait, when I saw someone mention 6 a.m., is that Nikki Six? And someone will have to remind me what group is Nikki Six from? There are 3 top 500 countdowns online this weekend. Probably what for Labor Day weekend. Hey, Jason Parson. I'm probably going to get this wrong. I'm not going to say the last name. Hi, Jason. Tongue tied. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Do you like Ray Shermer? I've never heard whoever that is. Never heard them before or that song. I saw a semi-recent recording. The Steve Winwood did of the Blind Faith song "Can't Find My Way Home." You know what? I happened to find, well, the funny part about YouTube, of course, and you all probably know it. The moment that you do searches on things, then YouTube will suggest and recommend stuff that's similar to whatever it was you initially looked at. So every time I do a reaction of stuff, YouTube thinks that I like YouTube thinks that I actually like these bands. And it's not that I don't like the bands that I react to. There's some that I like more than others. There's some songs that I've reacted to that has stuck out more than others. But YouTube recommends all of this to me. And bringing up Steve Winwood, YouTube recommended a live version of Can't Find My Way Home with Tom Petty. Now, I'm not sure if it was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I don't know if it was his full band, but Tom Petty was there. And I'm not sure if it was Tom Petty's concert and Steve Winwood was kind of just a guest. I don't know all the details, but I watched it and it made me so happy because, Tom Petty just let Steve Winwood go. Just let him sing. Just let him own the stage. He wasn't trying to outdo him or what's the word? He wasn't trying to take his shine from him. And it's good to see me. It's good to see music. Third try. It's good to see musicians do that. Not sure what that's about, but goodbye. So anyways, where was I at? Hey, Richie Rich. Thank you for coming to the live chat. But yeah, Lashaya, I do like Blind Faith. Ever since I did that one reaction of theirs, like that song, that's one of the songs that's stuck with me more than a lot of other songs that I've reacted to. Start popping bands. We don't need bands. It's a rough time right now. That's why I don't push that part of things. But whenever people, are really insistent and they seem like they don't want to wait for, however long, I just throw that out there as an option. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. I'm not sure who that is. Nikki Six is from Motley Crue. Thank you. I never got into Motley Crue. Do I like do I like Pink Floyd? Now I do, since I did that one reaction. They were one of those bands, like I said, growing up. They never interested me. Uh I think, like I said earlier, whenever I would see kids wearing their T-shirts and stuff, I didn't understand what, the whole, uh, what the craze was about them. And VH1, back when they used to play music and they used to play music movies and stuff like that, they played The Wall. I think that's the name of that movie. And I never watched it, but it looked really boring. I'm sorry for people that really like Pink Floyd. I was young though. I was in my early teens, so to me that it seemed boring. And I think the first song I was ever exposed to was "Comfortably Numb," and I think I even said in my reaction video that that song didn't seem exciting to me or whatever. I don't know what the word is. It didn't interest me at the time when I was listening to alternative rock and stuff like that. Comfortably Numb just wasn't it for me. So I never gave it a shot, never gave it a chance. That's why I like doing reactions again. I like them because it brings stuff back to me in my adulthood that I would have shrugged off when I was younger. And there's been a few songs like that. Thing about Dragon Force is their technical ability. They aren't really that heavy or harsh. Think Iron Maiden sped up. I never listened to Iron Maiden either. If you were into the Rock Band video game, they had a song on there. No, I didn't. I didn't play Rock Band. I played Guitar Hero though, not a lot, and not like all of them. However many of them there are, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 that I played. Love Steve Winwood with Traffic. Dear Mr. Fantasy was an awesome song. You know what shocked me about Steve Winwood was how many freaking bands he was in. he was either in a lot of bands or he had something to do with a lot of bands. He was involved with a lot of bands. He was really and is still very talented. And when I hear stuff and I hear that he was a part of it or he wrote the song or he played something on it, I'm always shocked because, growing up in the 80s, that was my introduction to Steve Winwood, was his solo career, because he was on his own. He wasn't in a group. So growing up, getting older and realizing, oh, he was in this band. Oh, he was in that band. Oh, he did this song. I'm just shocked. And there's a lot of artists that were like that for me too. Eric Clapton, who wasn't he also in a band with Steve Winwood? Was it Traffic? I can't remember. Or Spencer, what is it? Spencer Davis group or whatever it's called. John Barleycorn Must Die. Is that a song or is that a band? Wow, I'm behind here. Let's see. Where am I at? I rarely get any notations anymore. Does anyone else have this problem? I don't know what I don't know what's going on with YouTube notifications. There's a lot of people that I watch that I don't get notifications for them either. So I don't know if that's a technical issue with them. I honestly have no idea. Are you talking about Steve Winwood, Tom Petty, and Prince doing My Guitar Gently Weeps? No, Prince wasn't there unless it was possibly the same show, and that might have been later. But all I saw on stage was Tom Petty and Steve Winwood. Nikki Sixx co-founded Motley Crue. Huh? Is he the lead singer? Because I know that what's his name? I think the only band member that I ever knew was Pamela Anderson's ex-husband, and I forget his name. I don't need it right this minute. If he did it later in the near future, it will be the well, possibly later future, more than likely. It's for everyone, especially you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have my notification bell on for several YouTubers, and again, I'll not get a notification. And you know what's been happening recently is I'll get notifications like I'll have watched a video, like a new release of somebody's, and then I'll get the notification like days later of what I just watched. Does anyone else have that issue? I don't know what that's about either. Only Motley Crue song I liked was Shout at the Devil. I never heard that one. Honestly, I don't really. Maybe I've heard Motley Crue songs and I just didn't know if that's who it was. I know that I saw somebody here and I can't. Oh, Tina. How you doing, Tina Huff, if you're still here? I'm sorry I missed you. There was like a weird comment that came in and I had to. And then the chat just like got out of control for me. Pink Floyd gets better the older you get. I could believe that. I think that with all artists and groups, especially like if they were singing about things that I wasn't experiencing, and that's probably a lot of when you're a kid and you're listening to adults, that's kind of all of those artists. They're singing about stuff that you haven't experienced yet. And I'm finding that I'm getting into a lot of stuff now that I wouldn't have listened to when I was younger. And now I'll hear a song and I'll be like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I'll hear it and I'll actually listen to the lyrics and I'll just be like, yeah, I get it. I'm down. But I wouldn't have vibed with it, 20 years ago. Motley Crue bandana tied around the knee of my parachute pants. you did the bandana around the knee? That's funny. Pink Floyd is for when you want something deep and melodic that will make you think. And yeah, again, I think that's something that either you get older and appreciate that, or you're young and you're probably on some sort of drug. I'm just saying. Because otherwise, like me, a kid, that wasn't my thing. I liked lively pop songs, like stuff that sang about things that were happening in my world at the time. Unfortunately, I wasn't a deep thinker. I was pretty much whatever's happening right here. That was what I paid attention to. Tommy Lee, that's his name. Thank you. Tommy Lee was Pam's husband. Thank you, Tina. I couldn't even think of his name for some reason. His face was in my mind, but I couldn't think of his name. Tommy Lee was the drummer. Mick Mars was guitar. Nicky was bass. Vince Neil, that's who the lead was. Okay. I feel like I've seen Vince Neil on like other shows, like on VH1 when they do like that Rock of Love stuff. I feel like I've seen him on stuff like that. Crew did Smoking in the Boys Room. Okay, I've heard that before. But you're saying that's a remake? Okay. Oh, wait. Motley Crue does Home Sweet Home. For some reason, for the longest time, I thought that was Guns N' Roses. Please don't come after me if you are a Motley Crue fan. Please don't come after me. For some reason, I thought that it was Guns N' Roses. And the only reason I say that is because I would hear, what's it called? Home Sweet Home. The only reason I heard that song, it wasn't because I would hear it on the radio or anything. Whenever I'd go to karaoke, there would be these guys, these same couple of guys that would sing that like at the end of every night of karaoke. They would sing that, and I don't know why. I just thought that it sounded like something Guns N' Roses would sing. Vince Neil was the lead singer of Motley Crue. That is who you were thinking of. Thank you. You need to assign a moderator. Okay, anyone want to be a moderator? I'm not going to force anyone, but if anybody wants to just keep an eye on chat, make sure that it's friendly and not rude and nobody calling anybody names, let me know. I was thinking you really smart, but I didn't want to force it on you. There you go. You got a wrench, or you should. There you go. Thank you. Aerosmith did a song about lead singer for Motley Crue, Vince Neil, called "Dude Looks Like a." Nuh-uh. Are you being serious, or is that a joke? Aerosmith's only good stuff was in the 70s and early 80s. Well, when did Get a Grip come out? That was the 90s. I thought that was an awesome album. My Guitar Gently Weeps. George Harrison of the Beatles, who wrote the song. I didn't know that George Harrison wrote that. Wait a minute. Are you sure? Didn't Jimi Hendrix play that? Was he around during the Beatles? Well, I guess he could have, or I guess he would have been. Twisted Sister. Yeah, true. Smoking in the Boys Room was originally done by Brownsville Station. I didn't know that. Huh. And I don't think I ever heard that song like the full song. I probably just only heard that line, Smoking in the Boys Room. There aren't too many Motley Crue fans. Well, that's good. I don't want to offend anyone. My first concert was Motley Crue, and Guns N' Roses opened for them. Okay, so I'm not that far off. Us metalheads are understanding. Country music is like speaking Greek to me. I kind of felt that way too. And thank you again, really smart for moderating. I kind of felt that way about country music too, but that was also something that when I was younger, I'm just like, this is boring. This sucks. Like, I went on a school trip to the Grand Ole Opry when I was probably in 10th grade. And I spent that time in the ladies' restroom because I thought the music was just slow, boring, you know. But now I kind of like some country music. Really smart is smart. Martian Boogie by Brownsville, good lord, or good god, flashback. I've never heard of this group. Brownsville, what's the full name? I missed it. I don't want to go all the way up. I'll miss. Thank you, Dawn Barbie. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for watching my reactions. And I'm glad that you like them. Lemmy was Jimi Hendrix's tour bus driver. Who's Lemmy? I don't think I know who that is. He needs to do a reaction on all of us crazy peeps in here tonight. I kind of am. I'm reacting to your comments. Jeff Healey did a nice cover of Aw. I love Jeff Healey. Honestly, I do love him. I'm not familiar with a lot of his stuff, but like Angel Eyes was like my favorite song. And I'm sure that if there's anyone out there that loves Jeff Healey, and they'll say, that's what everybody says, Angel Eyes. That's like the go-to. But I honestly do like him from that, because from that song made me look into him a bit further, and then reacting to Stevie Ray Vaughan. I forget, what is it? Look at Little Sister, I think it was. Yeah, that was a cool collaboration. That's All Along the Watchtower. Did I get something confused? Jimi Hendrix doing All Along the Watchtower. Okay, so he never played what was it? While my okay, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. He never did that. Jimmy learned Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles before 2 days after it was released and performed it while the Beatles was watching him perform. Huh, that's cool. I didn't know if those two ever did anything together or if they knew about the other. I guess I should have known, but George Harrison wrote some good songs. Something Here Comes the Sun. I've heard that kinda. Eric Clapton was his best friend who wrote Layla for George's wife, Patty Boyd. Oh, my goodness. Johnny Cash was admired by people of all different genres. Yeah, I could say that. Like, he has fans from all over the place. From, like you said, all different genres. And that's amazing, I think, if you as an artist that... But I wouldn't really say... Well, I guess you could pinpoint him to country, but he also, I guess, dabbled in gospel. Apparently he has a, I guess you call it rockabilly. He has like a rockabilly following. Even like new wave rock now, whatever the rock scene is called right now, they all love Johnny Cash too. I saw an amazing song Jeff Healey and Stevie Ray Vaughan did together. Yeah, is it Look at Little Sister? Because that's the only one that I know of they did together, and I reacted to that one, and it was pretty cool. But apparently, I guess they did more, according to Really Smart. Don't get me wrong, I think Brad Paisley is an amazing songwriter and guitarist. So I don't think I've heard Brad Paisley. I probably have. This is another situation where I've probably heard the song by this guy, but I didn't know who it was singing it. Honestly, the only reason I had ever got into country, one, I had a lot of friends that liked it and they would be playing it, or, they would suggest, like, not because of YouTube, just, in general, my friends would be like, hey, listen to this. And I'd listen to it and I'd be like, okay, that hits, and then I'd like them. I was starting to like Taylor Swift as a country artist, and then she went mainstream pop, and then I don't know. I kind of got annoyed with that, but I guess you got to go where the fame is or where the attention is. I don't know what the story is on why she switched, but I can only almost guess that it was because of who her fans were. Yeah, look at Little Sister. That's what I thought. Wow, I missed a lot here. Brownsville Station, thank you. Lemony Kilmeister from Motorhead. That's another group that I never listened to. I've heard of them though. Lemmy is singer for Motorhead. Okay. Are they? It is Motorhead, and it's probably down here. I'm like behind, but is Motorhead like a hard rock group or like classic rock or something? Yeah, I remember you saying that really smart that you saw Stevie Ray Vaughan open for the Dire Straits. That had to have been an awesome show. And I've seen so many people mention Roadhouse. Elvis Presley, Little Sister. So Elvis Presley sings that song too? Lemmy was a bassist, vocalist, and the force behind Motorhead. My favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan is Texas Flood. I think a whole lot of people love Texas Flood from El Macombo, and that was a good performance. Unfortunately, the full video of that is on my Patreon because the minute that I reacted to it, it was blocked. Which that makes me mad, and I don't know, Full Moon, if you, I don't think I'm real familiar with your content. I don't know if you do or add other people's, content into your own, if you do reactions or whatever you might do. But I'll see, as far as music reactions, I'll see other people have the same song or whatever, and like it's been up on YouTube for years, and there have been a couple of YouTubers where they hadn't even like broke the song up. They played it straight through, and it's still up. But me, whenever I go to do it, it's like blocked immediately, or it's up for a day, and then it gets blocked. And that is the type of thing that always makes me so mad. That's what happened with that Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like immediately the Elma combo was blocked. But I looked and saw other people had it up. Mine to Pony Boy followed by Soundcheck. I did Soundcheck. Soundcheck was awesome. Little Wing. I remember Little Wing, and Little Wing, well wait, Stevie Ray Vaughan was not blocked, but Jimi Hendrix's Little Wing got blocked. My reaction to that. Johnny Cash, Love Cocaine Blues. I never heard that one. Eric Clapton played the original guitar parts on My Guitar Gently Weeps. Huh. I mean, that song sounds familiar, and I probably heard it before. I don't know why I assumed that Jimi Hendrix played that. The solo behind the back was out of this world. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first saw that, I was just like, what? It was wild. I've never seen anybody, and he did that, whatever year that was, he did that. And before I had even heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan or watched him, I have never seen anyone else do something like that. And I like rock music. I've gone to a lot of rock shows. I've watched a lot of rock videos. I've never seen anyone do anything like that. I know I'm behind here. The solo behind, okay, I read that. I have little wings. I flap and just go in little circles. Johnny Cash cover Hurt. Yep. Love it. I love that. I like God's Gonna Cut You Down too. But I like Folsom County Blues or Folsom Prison Blues. That's my favorite Johnny Cash song. Montrose Bad Motor Scooter. Is that a group? Motorhead were 70s and 80s hard rock metal. Okay. I thought so. Would you say they were punk? I had a man crush on Sam Elliott in Roadhouse. No reactions. DIY vape recipe channel. I think I checked your channel out maybe a while ago, but I wasn't sure like what all that you did on it. So I just and it wasn't that I meant you do reactions. I mean you could do anything as I mean if you're adding someone else's content into your own video, you could possibly get copyright um not struck, but they do the claims, which I have like a million of those. And but like I hear other YouTubers talk about stuff like that, not just reaction channels, but just if you take another YouTuber's stuff and put it into your own video or any other content that is not your own, you can get a copyright claim. Oh wait, is Big Stu 25? Ah, what's up, Big Stu 25? You have to check out Roy Buchanan. He's the best unknown guitarist ever. That's a fact. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to that request. If you want to put that in any of my reaction channel or reaction videos, put that request in any of the videos in the comments, and you know how this goes. You're a long time here, Big Stu 25. I'm happy to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you in a live stream. Vape recipes. I'm vaping as we speak. Uh-oh. The hilarious thing about the SRV concert at El Macambo was that no one in the band could wake Stevie up out of a heavy self-medication. Last minute, he came to, grabbed his guitar, and proceeded to play. What? So he, wow, he was like knocked out and then like woke up just to do the concert. That's amazing, and scary too, kind of. There are different vids of legends like BB King talking about how great SRV was. Hey Slipknot, thank you. Good to see you again. I didn't even know you were in here. Bad Motor Scooter. Is that a band or is that an album? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt or snoop in your convo, but I think that's the second time I've seen that reference. You should check out Gary Moore and BB King doing The Thrill Is Gone. Their guitar work is epic. They both talk to each other on their guitars, BB King of the blues. That sounds like a cool song to react to. I'm not sure who Gary Moore is, but I'm familiar with BB King. Now, I haven't sat and watched anything that BB King has done. I've just heard of him. Obviously, he's one of those blues greats that you have heard of, but I don't own any albums or anything like that. BB King spoke nothing but the highest about SRV, really high praise. BB also loved Derek Trucks. Don't know who Derek Trucks is. Yeah, I haven't had that, but even movie review channels get copyright claims. I always wondered how do, like, I'll watch these channels that do like, I guess like documentaries or in-depth, commentary about movies or shows, and they'll put like certain clips in their videos, and I'm just like, I wonder if they get claimed for using that, because I see these things all the time, and I'm just like, how are they able to put this out? And these are like, lengthy documentaries and stuff. It's not like a 7-minute music video. Haha, you're lurking. Nothing wrong with lurking. Joe Bonamassa at the age of 14 went on tour with BB King. I feel like I read that whenever I first did a reaction video to him. It's been so long, and I've done so many reactions, and I've looked up so much info on so many artists that it's hard to keep these people straight. um, unless it's a group that I just constantly do a lot, it's hard to remember like the littlest detail. Bad Motor Scooter is a song by the band Montrose. I don't know who Montrose is, but thank you for answering that, because I think that was like the second time I was seeing that name, and I was like, "Who are they? Who is it?" What's up, baby girl? I would like for you to react to The Things I Used to Do by Jimmy and Buddy Miles first, but yes, Buchanan was a goat. First time on live, glad to be here. No, that's really sweet. I'm happy to see you. I knew I never saw you on live before, so this is great. Thank you for coming. You know how I do it, Big Stew. Any reaction requests, I take it in my comments. Hopefully I'll get to it. Not sure how long it will take me to get to it, but eventually I will, I have a whole lot of stuff I need to get to. John Lee Hooker was an amazing musician up there with BB King. Gary Moore is another guitar great. I've never heard of him. I recently saw an interview with Clapton, and he had a bad drug habit for a while. Often performed completely stoned and said he didn't remember the performances. Ooh, wow. I would have never guessed that about Eric Clapton. Derek Trucks is another GOAT, best slide guitarist ever. Watch BB King, what the F. Never really had to or wanted to, I guess you could say. I like music of a different genre. I mean, of course, you hear about these other artists and stuff, and you can say that, yes, they are great at what they do. They're an awesome performance artist. When they do collaborations, like I've seen John Mayer, who I used to love and now I can't stand, but I've seen John Mayer play with BB King. So, I mean, I've seen stuff like that, but on my own, watching BB King, never wanted to. Anyone know Rory Gallagher? Is that? No, I'm not going to say who I think it is. Nope. I'm not going to embarrass myself. Ronnie Montrose is. I feel so bad. You guys are like my music dictionary right now, because every time you guys mention somebody, I don't know who it is. And I'm like, who are they? And I love how you guys put it like you're a dictionary. You're like, blah, blah, blah is the blah, 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 blah. You put it in a way that makes it sound like it's a dictionary entry. I appreciate this. Ronnie Montrose is the guitarist, founder of the band Montrose. The song is Bad Motor Scooter. I like Rock Candy. Sammy Hagar. Whoa, now we're getting into someone I know, Sammy Hagar. But of course, I only knew Sammy from Van Halen. Derek Trucks is bona fide. He's a suitor. Jesse Schwartz. Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming to the live chat. I don't ever remember seeing you, but thank you for stopping in. Derek Trucks is married to Susan Tedeschi. I've heard her name before. Their band is Tedeschi Trucks Band. Okay, now we're coming full circle. I don't know if I've ever. Okay, I don't know if I've ever heard Derek Trucks, but I've heard of Susan, and I've heard of the Allman Brothers. Okay, 7 years old, really? Wow. Thanks for understanding, Big Stu. I really appreciate it when everybody understands and they're all good with, I mean, whether I mean, I don't know how to say this without it coming off like rude or anything, but I mean, the wait is happening. You have to wait. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. I guess it's just a matter of, are you patient enough or nah? Montrose had Sammy Hagar. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, I had never heard of Sammy Hagar until he was part of Van Halen. And I don't care what anyone says, I think that he did well with them. Tedeschi trucks are great. Leon Russell, Lady Blue, and A Song for You are both really good. Hi, David Cunningham. I'm familiar with A Song for You, but I had just recently learned that I guess Leon Russell is the original singer of that song. Because I feel like that's a standard that a lot of people have covered. And I've heard other people, I've heard a lot of people cover that song. Mm. So I haven't seen the Blues Brothers movie Full Moon. You guys are probably just like, yeah, we give up on her. Um, no, I never saw that movie, but uh, I know that there were good songs in it. Sam and Dave, I think, had, I forget that song, the name, but it wasn't it like their main song that they would always dance to. I'm probably way off with what I'm trying to say here, but Gary Moore was in a band called Thin Lizzy. That's another band that I have heard of. Are they metal? Because I'm pretty sure I've heard that they are metal, and that's why I've never listened to them. Thin Lizzy, but always loved the blues. He wrote Still Got the Blues. Sammy was solo before Van Halen. So he was part of what, that group, who was it you guys said? I can't remember. I'm not going to go up, but he was by himself first, and then he joined whatever group that was, and then he joined Van Halen. George Harrison. I can't drive 55. Oh, he wasn't with Van Halen when he sang that. I thought he was. Gary Moore had an awesome song with Phil Out in the Streets. Peter Green from Fleetwood Mac gave him his guitar. Peter Green was part of Fleetwood Mac, right? He was before the lineup that we're all well, if you were I don't know, if you're in my age group, I know Fleetwood sorry. I know Fleetwood Mac as Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, Christine McVie, John McVie, and Mick Fleetwood. Anyone else before them, I don't think I ever heard. Standing Hampton. Never heard that. Yeah, you could say Van Hagar, or you could say Sam Halen. Have you ever thought of doing polls on your channel to let people pick a song? No, only because I have so many requests to get to. Because I started doing my channel as by the person rather than what I've seen other reaction channels do. I mean, and I'm still not really clear on how other people do it. I mean, I try watching them and seeing like what it was they did. What it looks like is they take, like, if a lot of people ask for Lady Gaga, then that reactor will do like 5 songs of Lady Gaga, and all of Lady Gaga's fans will go right to this reactor. But My thing on that technique is, how do you get out of doing Lady Gaga then and do other artists? So there is that. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like kicking things. So there's that. And then there was something else that I'd see people do. It's not coming to my mind right now, but um, yeah, I started out by just doing it person to person to person to person. I didn't know that I was going to get overwhelmed with reaction requests, and I don't know. I mean, depending on when you subscribed to me, when you came on to my channel, but at the very beginning of it, and I've been doing this now, it'll almost be 2 years in January. So at the very beginning of me doing this, I was asking people for requests because I wanted more songs. At some point in the summer last year, I stopped because in my comments, or not comments, but in my description, I would say, if you have a request, leave it in the comments or whatever. I stopped asking for comments like long time ago, and I'm still getting them. And I think I might have misspoke just now. Requests. I stopped asking for requests a long time ago, and I'm still getting them. And that's why I'm so far. I mean, I'm not gonna call it behind. Um, it's just that's what happened. That because I do them personally, like, I mean, basically personally, like a radio DJ doing, Sally's song request, and then, you know, uh, Chuck calls in and requests something. I'm kind of doing it like that. And again, it's not that I'm just doing the song and like watching it and saying, "Okay, great, peace," and that's my video, like a 4 minute video. I'm doing like research on that song. So that takes a lot, and that takes up the time of me getting to multiple. And that's the other thing too. I see that these reactors are doing like 4 or 5 songs. They're doing double reactions in one video, and that's one I don't get either. I don't understand how they do that, because um my fear with a double reaction, and I think I only did it once, and I did it because the person that requested it was from a concert, and the songs were back to back. So on YouTube, I had no choice, but I played that one song, and then the next song followed. So my worry about doing a double reaction would just be, this song might not get blocked, but this one will. And now I have this 25-minute, 30-minute, well, if it lasts that long, 25-minute to 30-minute video that I did all this research for on both artists. And because of the one song that is copyright, that whole video is scrapped. And that's 25 minutes of my. Do you see where I'm going with that? And I'm not saying all this stuff as like a, feel bad for me type thing. It's there's there's a reason why I do the stuff I do, and it's because I've observed and watched and creeped on other channels, and tried to see how they do it, and what will work for me. I don't know how else to explain. I missed a lot of chat. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I Can't Drive 55 was huge before he joined Van Halen. That's the last thing I read. Gary Moore had an awesome song with Phil out in the streets. Okay, I'm way behind. Standing Hampton, I'm not familiar with that. David Cunningham. Leon Russell is the man. It is his song. Thank you. I couldn't remember, but I do think I had come across that little tidbit in my research. Watch the Blues Brothers movie. If I can find it somewhere, yeah, I'll watch it. That's who, Dan Aykroyd, and is it John Belushi? Scorpion fans, that's metal. I'm pretty sure they're a metal band. He could sing the poop out of a song for you. You mean who's D? Do you mean me? um, I don't know if I could sing that. Have you ever even heard me sing? Why would we give up on you? We're enjoying watching you on your journey. Aw, thank you, Full Moon. I appreciate that. I mean, it feels good to hear people like actually, every once in a while, give that little ass pat and say, "Hey, we enjoy what you're doing. Thank you." That stuff feels good because, um, as you can imagine, along with the good comments that I get, there's also the bad, and I don't know why it's human nature to focus on the bad all of the time. I am one of those that do, unfortunately. Thin Lizzy is classic rock. Oh, they're classic rock. It was hard after all the years of Van Halen with David Lee Roth to get used to Sammy Hagar. Well, yeah, I could see that people were not used to that switch. But like, I don't know. I looked at that as well, actually, I think I was surprised when I first found out that they considered themselves Van Halen because, like most people, I was totally used to David Lee Roth. And then when I heard, I think the first time I ever heard Sammy Lee, not drunk, Sammy Hagar, the first time I ever heard him sing with Van Halen, I didn't know that it was Van Halen. I think someone had to point that out to me. And at first I was like, no. But then I was like, okay. And I was with it. Thin Lizzy is hard rock. The boys are back in town. Oh, they sing that. Okay. The boys are back in town. Okay. I never knew who sang that. Thank you. Who told me that? Who told me this? I'm trying to find you. Whoever told me, thank you. I'm so behind in chat that I've lost my place. Thin Lizzy is hard rock. The boy. Okay. Okay. Hey, Kathy H. How are you? Glad to see you. Glad to see you back in chat. Thanks for coming by. Blackmore's Rainbow. Is that a group? Is that a group or is that a song? I'm sorry, I love your channel. I'm 60. I've heard more music. You're expanding. You know what the problem is? It's that I probably have heard a lot of this stuff, but I just didn't know what I was listening to. Sammy Hagar is... Oh, I didn't even know he was still around. I mean, in the music scene. Sammy Hagar is with a band called Circle. Cool. One of the best movie soundtracks is Dazed and Confused. That's the movie Matthew McConaughey said, all right. So that's where it started. Almost cut your hair today. What stopped you? Was that something that you didn't want to do or you wanted to do? Did something stop you from doing it? No, he sang Montrose, then solo, then Van Hagar. And now with Circle, right? Is that what I just saw? Yeah. So he was with a band, then he was solo, then he was with a band, then he's solo, now he's with a band again. I agree. Goodfellas was not only a great movie, but it had awesome music in it too. I really got into a lot of those gangster movies. I think a couple of weeks ago, Scarface, actually a lot of those movies were, and they'll do that, like AMC, they'll just pick like a weekend and just play all of those movies back to back. Goodfellas, all of the Godfathers. Did I mention Goodfellas? I can't remember. Goodfellas. What else? Oh, Casino. Those are all great movies. Thin Lizzy wasn't metal, but they were extremely influential on metal bands. They were British. Oh my god, British 80s rock. Okay, let's see. Hey Rod, how you doing? I'm sorry, you've probably been in here for like 10 minutes, and I just got to where you said you're here. Hopefully you've been all right. I haven't seen you for a while, so hopefully you're doing good. Good to see you in the live chat. Love, Dazed and Confused. Awesome movie. Never saw it. I don't know why. It was called Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, named after Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, who were in the same group. Yeah, I knew that's where the band's name originated. And I knew that there are other members before the band that I'm familiar as Fleetwood Mac. I never knew who the other people were before Stevie and Lindsay joined. And I mean, didn't someone recently pass away from that early version of Fleetwood Mac? I thought I had heard that or read that on Google or something. The Circle has Jason Bonham, Michael Anthony, Sammy Hagar, and Vic Johnson. I don't know any of those people except Sammy. Some of these reactors are also doing 3 or 4 reactions daily, so they can cover a lot of stuff. Yeah, and I'm wondering how they do that. I'm wondering how are they able to do that many videos in one day. They must have the time, or they just don't sleep. That's the only other thing I could think of. Unfortunately, I don't have the time like that. Some of these reactors. Oh, I read that. Don't worry, honey. We'll give you a music education. I appreciate that. I wouldn't call it education, or possibly just maybe a refresher, or I guess in ways it's an education on bands that I'm not familiar with. That's probably a good way to put it. Repeat offender, just saying. Or I'm a repeat offender. It's repeat requester. But you got it. You got where I was going with that name. I thought it was catchy. Beth Hart, Mama, This One's For You is an awesome emotional song. Beth slays it. Yeah, I like what I've heard of Beth Hart so far. She's another one of those artists. She's another one of those artists that I had heard of in my youth, because she was really big. I think that's when she first started out in the 90s. And I keep like hitting my computer. And back then, her music didn't appeal to me. And I honestly don't even know if I don't think I've ever heard of her music back then. If I would probably try to listen to her stuff now, I mean, as far as like her solo work, if I would listen to whatever her first album was, which I can't think of the name of it right now, if I would go back now at my present age now and listen to what she put out back in the 90s, then I'd probably be able to appreciate it more, and I'd like it, because she probably sings about, subjects that I, as an adult, understand. When I was growing up, though, I felt, I mean, I didn't even really hear of her before. Hi, Swanvillain? Swanvillain? I don't know if I said that right, but hi, welcome to the chat. Or I could have just shortened it and said Swan too. Hey, Swan. Once channels get too many subs, it's impossible to keep up with requests. Well, that's what I mean too. Like, I stopped asking for requests, but I still get them. So imagine that I stopped asking for requests last summer, and over the course of what, half a year from last summer up till now, which would make that a full year, I've still gotten them. So you get where I'm going with that. Scorpions, yes, metal. I kind of figured the Scorpions were metal. What was their song? I swear I've heard of something of theirs before. Rory Gallagher was with the 60s band Taste. Never heard of them. I reacted to I Am the One, and that was a very good performance. Even though, from what I was told, the video that I reacted to, which I'm pretty sure it was a link that somebody had sent me, apparently that video cut off. But that's something also where someone, I think, was just like, you didn't pick the right video, it cut off. Well, I never saw it before. And guys, I'm not crying. I'm just I honestly don't know why my eye is watering, in case you're seeing that. But I'm okay. I'm not crying, if you care. But yeah, that video, I didn't pick that myself. It was given to me through a link, and I used that link, and I didn't watch it beforehand because this is supposed to be a reaction video of a video that I've never seen or heard before. So I had no idea that it was not the long version of it. And apparently I missed, I don't know, 5 minutes more. I have no idea. Excuse me. Peter Frampton, another good guitar, play his song, Do You Feel Like We Do? If that's a request, Jason, I'm going to ask you, like I've been asking everybody, if you go under any reaction video on my channel and go into comments, and you could just leave your request there. Okay, Richie Rich, it was good to see you in live chat. Thank you for coming out. You have to go to Atlanta. Is that a, hopefully that's a maybe vacation for you, or hopefully it's something for you to enjoy for Labor Day. Yeah, I'm right. Labor Day weekend. I hope you have a good weekend, whatever it is you're doing. Thanks for coming out. Hi, Jay. News quiz. I think I've either spoke to you through comments, maybe at a live stream before, but this is my first actual memory of seeing you in live stream. So welcome to my live stream. Thanks for coming out. It does take a few seconds to get tuned in, but I make do. So check it out. We're going to hit a target and a good guys. I don't have corona. I don't think corona, I don't think what is it called? A symptom is crying for having coronavirus. Which I'm not crying, by the way. Most people don't realize that Patsy Cline's Crazy was written by Willie or Bobby McGee. Wait a minute. Crazy was written by Willie. Now, when you say Willie, do you mean Willie Nelson? Bobby McGee was Chris Christopherson, about a friend's wife. And no, I didn't know either one of those stories. The target on Coleman and Taylor. I'm not sure where that story. I don't know where that story is going, or was something mentioned? Oh, okay. No, I don't know. I don't know why you're telling me about Target if you're talking to me. And I probably missed something earlier in the comments. And really smart, you said I'm the most cerebral reactor. I hope that's a good thing. And Lashaya, yeah, Jamal, aka Jamal, or I don't know how, which way it is, or whatever. But yeah, he's a good reactor. I like him too. I feel like I'm either behind or I'm not keeping up. I don't know what's going on here. I saw the Scorpions live in Germany. Wow, cool. Rock You Like a Hurricane. Okay, thank you. I've heard that song before. I couldn't remember who sang it. Thank you. And yeah, I have heard it. I actually like that song. How is it that I was able to turn Google Assistant with just me laughing? That's funny. I don't have the Rona. My eyes are just watery, probably because I'm tired, because I told you guys I didn't get much sleep. I'm not crying. I used to work with a Greek. I'm glad I read that right. It was tough to start, but I'm pretty good at it once tuned in. That's not to me anyway. Okay. Bigger than Scorpions, Wind of Change. I don't think I ever heard that. Rock You Like a Hurricane, Scorpions. I've heard that song, so I understood that somebody was telling me, because I think I mentioned that I heard something of theirs, but I couldn't remember what it was. I think I understood someone was telling me that was the song that they sang. Andy and Alex reacted to someone reacting to a song Alex's band did. I've never even heard of Andy and Alex. There's a whole lot of reaction videos, a ton of them. Just curious, out of curiosity, if you guys want to go ahead, this should be fun. In the comments, put the number of reaction channels that you're subscribed to. I'm just curious. I would like to know. No specifics. You don't have to tell me who, channel names, or nothing like that. But I'm just curious to see how many people Scorpions had in the 70s. In Trance, Speedy's Coming, We'll Burn the Sky, Your Light in Your Park. In the 80s, Always Somewhere, Lady Starlight, The Zoo, Still Loving You, Rock You Like a Hurricane. It's so strange. Maybe I heard the others, but Rock You Like a Hurricane stands out. Haha. Had to go behind my background to get. Thank you, Really Smart, for the good job that you're doing. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your comment, Jay Marquise. I don't Musquiz. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. I appreciate the comment. I'm not crying. I could cry though. Oh, you're talking about Peter Frampton. My bad. I'm sorry if I got confused. I think the only Peter Frampton I'm familiar with, what's it called? It's like a famous song. I mean, it's like it's played over and over again on the oldies station. Baby, I Love Your Way. Is that the name of it? It was like redone by this group in the 80s, but it seemed like that group added two songs and put it together. But part of that song was the Peter Frampton song, and the name of it is escaping me right now. I do agree though with keeping politics out of everything, because that just ruins the mood. Hi, BBB Ipsy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to over. Do you hear me? It wasn't that I overlooked you. I'm just under the influence, dude. I've had, well, uh, this is my third. I've started my third. I'm just getting it in, and it wasn't that I overlooked you on purpose. So, on that note, hi, welcome to the chat. I'm sorry if it's a mess already, but I'm happy to see you. Are you on the road, or are you home for the holiday weekend? What they got you doing? Really smart. You're subscribed to 6. Did I miss the count? Let's see. Full moon 10. 10 reactors. Wow. Jason 10. Wow. 3. Aw, Lashaya. Thank you. I only asked that because I guess my next question is, do you like seeing how different people react to the like group or artists that you like? You want to see or hear a difference of opinion through everybody? And if that's the case, do you get that? Do you get differences in what people say? Like, let's say you love Sammy Hagar's solo career and you follow 5 reactors who all have reacted to some song out of Sammy's career, but you know all of his songs because you love Sammy Hagar. You're a Sammy Hagar fan. So out of those 5 reactors, are you looking for the one thing that you love about Sammy Hagar? And if each of those reactors don't hit the nail on the head for you, is it like a rap? Like, I'm just curious, like, why, if there's like so many music reactors out there, like, what's the why do you love it? I guess that's my question. Why do you love it? Because before I started doing this, I didn't ever want to do it, because other people had my friends had suggested that I do it a long time ago when I first started YouTube, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do that, because I felt that like the stuff that I would see accidentally, like the channels that I would come across by accident, not because I was wanting to watch, it just didn't seem genuine, I guess. And I mentioned this before in other live streams. Sometimes it just seemed like, okay, how are you telling people you never heard? I can't even think of something right now. There was something suggested to me today, a reactor, and they were reacting to something that I'm just like, how have you not heard that? And it's not even like it's a popular song. Even if you never listened to this group before ever, it's something that's been on the radio. I mean, that's going way off subject, but what is it about reaction channels? Why are there so many channels, and how are there channels that do so well and are like so up there in like subscriptions and views and stuff. But then I'll get comments from people that will say like, "Oh, here's another reactor trying to make money off of somebody else's work," or I'll get, some other shitty comment like that. And I'm just like, well, if people really feel this way, how are these people successful at just sitting here listening to a song and giving their opinion about it? I don't know. That might be a little much for what you guys feel like talking about right now, but that's my question. I've always wanted to ask it. I don't know if I ever did. Wind of Change was the anthem when the Berlin Wall came down. Me and Rod were talking about accents from England. When accents affect English communication. Wow, 10 reaction channels. Swan, you have 0. I don't do reactions. I fight corruption and bias. That doesn't count as politics, does it? So, Swan, since you mentioned that, or since you said that, what brought you here? What brought you to my live stream on my channel where I do reaction videos? Honest question. Just wondered, what brought you here? Let's see. Rick Beato, Lashaya? Is that who it is, or is someone named Rick Beat? Because Rick Beato, if that's who you're talking about, I didn't know he did reactions, but I watched his What Makes This Song Great series. I love that guy. Whoever he is, okay. Whoever he is amazing. Am I like really that far? Oh my god, yeah, I'm missing a lot in chat. Let's see, where am I at? Will to Power, thank you, Pony Boy. That's who I was trying to think of. And it was 2 songs. Okay, Baby I Love Your Way and Freebird, they put those 2 together. Okay. Alton Brown. Yeah, he's from Food Network and the channel where they eat hot wings. Oh, Hot Ones. So I was right, Baby I Love Your Way by Peter Frampton. Okay. I listen to 5 reaction channels, subscribe to 1, Drinking Tennessee Whiskey, Peter Frampton. Do you feel like I do? Never heard of anything else other than Baby I Love Your Way for some reason. My truck is in the shop, so home until at least next Wednesday. Well, at least you get to relax a little bit, BBB Ipsy, right? Gotta put a number to it. I can if you want. I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want to, of course. I was just wondering how many reaction channels does everyone watch? And like, why? The cover of Baby I Love Your Way from the 90s was by Inner Circle. Yeah, I knew that Inner Circle also did a cover. Actually, it was from that movie Reality Bites. Their cover was good, but I really liked Will to Power. For some reason, I liked that better. Can't believe she went that way. What way? What way? What did I do? What did I do now? I unsubscribed from a few because after a while you can tell who is faking reactions or just over the top. And no, I'm not going to mention names. No, you don't have to. I would never ask. But to me, I mean, if that's what it's called, if that's what the game is, a reaction channel, then that's what it should be, is reactions. Now, of course, and I'm trying to go easy on my stance with it because I'm sure it comes off as judgmental, but I understand when people, say, "Oh, this song I'm reacting to, I heard it," because there's a lot of songs like that for me, where you guys will, not you guys, but in general, um, someone will ask me for a song that I've heard it. I even know who the artist is, and I've probably heard other songs by that artist. I just never heard that song in particular in full, or it was a song, maybe someone suggested a song, and this has happened to me too. Someone suggests a song that I never knew that was the title of it. One song that comes to mind for that was Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I think that's the very first Earth, Wind, and Fire I reacted to, The Way of the World. I didn't know that that was the name of it. Um, I've heard that song before, only uh, played on the radio of a store or a restaurant, and the only part of that song I was ever able to hear was House of Fire, which I think starts out the song. And I always thought that that was the name of the song, but I didn't know who the hell sang it. And then I go and react to it, and when it first starts out, I'm like, wow, that's that's the song, and they sing it. And Earth, Wind, and Fire had a ton of songs. When I looked them up, they had a ton of songs in their repertoire. They have a ton of current and past members. I mean, I don't know if they still perform now, but they've been around and they've done a lot. So there's probably a crap ton of songs of theirs that's out there that I've possibly heard, but just didn't know it was them singing it. And so where I'm going with that is there's situations like that reactors will, say, I might have heard this, blah, 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 blah. But there's obvious songs out there that people react to that they're just like, and their thumbnails is like, and I'm just like, come on, man. You never heard Like a Virgin by Madonna? That's just an example. Let's see, where am I at? Still behind. Still behind. Let's see, where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? I'll come back with a number just to blow your minds. Sometimes I just choose a song and watch 4 or 5 reactions by different artists' channels or different channels. I'll do that too. And you know what's funny? The songs that I like, I can't find reactions. Nobody likes what I like. My fave group is Pink Floyd, and I watch all the reactions are different. Oh, I watch all. The reactions are different. Some play the whole thing, some stop it. And also with that whole thing, the stopping and starting and stuff, when I first started out, I didn't understand why reactors did that, either. But now I know that it's to avoid being blocked, to avoid your song or your video from being taken off YouTube. Because regardless of how long your video is, what your content is, what your commentary is about that group or whatever, that's something that you made. That's work that you did. That's minutes that you put into something. It's work. It's art. It's whatever you want to look at it as. And just because you include someone else's work in your own, and it's not that you are claiming that person's work as your own, you're just including it and putting it in your work and you're commenting on it. To get that, I mean, some of these record labels and companies are ridiculous, but to get that removed is the worst feeling in the world. I don't even know what to describe that. I guess if you're, I don't know, if you're a writer, if you're a journalist, or if you write for anything and someone edits your work and they come around and tell you, you know what, we can't use this. Or better yet, your work is published and then it's pulled. Imagine that. Like how that feels. That's I mean, and I know people will fight me on this because they'll be like, a YouTube video isn't that important. It's not as important as working for the Wall Street Journal. It's not as important as working for the Wall Street Journal, no. But it's still work. It's still time that somebody put in to publish something. Sorry, there's Christmas music playing. I mean, not that anything's wrong with that, but I'm just not trying to hear that right now. This is hilarious. Anyway, I forget where I was going. Oh, reaction channels getting blocked. That's why they do the stop start stuff. I didn't understand it till it started happening to me. And then I was like, well, let me try doing the pause and stops and starts. And it works. It keeps your work up. It's annoying and it makes more work for you as the creator, but it keeps your stuff on YouTube. Let's see. I may be one less reactor. Where am I at? I'm probably behind. Yours is the only reaction channel. Oh, come on, BBBMC. I know you have more. I did have a few, but got annoying because 3 or 4 videos. Because like 3 or 4 videos a day, when someone starts pulling out several videos a day. Oh, really? That annoyed you? How many people? Oh, wait. It annoyed you that they were putting out like 3 or 4 videos a day? Because I think we were talking about this, and someone earlier in the chat, the way I took it, it sounded like that was a good thing. Because my comment to that was, I don't understand how they can do it. I don't understand how they have the time. I don't have time like that. I used to sub lots of reactors, but yeah, there were lots of repeats, and many of them were trying to sell their reaction with too much energy, gassing it out. I nixed most of them. Yeah, because there's only so much energy you can put. I mean, there are some songs that do give me that, I guess, emotion, that I react to it like that because it really, like, their voice shocks me, or maybe a lyric shocked me, or the way they played their instrument shocked me, or if they're a cappella, the way they sing shocks me. If you're a beatboxer and you sound like a darn drum kit, you shock me, Adam Rupp. You know, there are things that make me react like that. But I can't pretend if I'm not feeling that way. And I know that if you pretend on camera, it does come off as fake. And I'm not saying that other reactors are fake. I'm just saying that that's something I have heard. If you are faking it, and this is for whatever, if you're faking it in front of the camera, whatever it is you do, you can tell. And most of the time, people don't like that. I got into reactors watching people react to Chris Stapleton. Ha! My first reaction was Chris Stapleton, and to the day I die, I will never, ever forget how I got raked over the coals over that reaction. And that is why I do things the way I do now with my reactions. It's disappointing to hear someone that doesn't like a song that I love, but like, be genuine. I understand that. I mean, some of the songs that I like, that I do happen to find reaction channels for, or reactions for, if they say they didn't quite like it, or if they didn't, I don't know, if they didn't like a certain part of the song that spoke to me in a different way, if they didn't feel the same way about it, then I get like, they didn't get it. But the difference with me, I don't put negative stuff in the comments. I don't say, well, you're an idiot. I don't do that. I don't do that with any of these videos on YouTube at all. And maybe I'm just sensitive, which, okay, yeah, I am. But I just don't find it necessary to be rude on YouTube to people I don't know. There's just no reason. There's no reason. If someone doesn't like something, they just don't fucking like it. Sorry. It's like sharing music with the younger generation and seeing them enjoy the music takes you back to how you felt when you first heard it. Yeah, I get that. And you know what? I wish, you know who I wish got that? The record companies that like to block stuff. Um, because in all honesty, I'm not saying this because I do it, but there's a lot of stuff from my stance as a creator. There's a lot of stuff that I would have never looked at uh, if I didn't do this. So imagine how many views. Let me just come up with who told me to. Let's say I don't know if someone suggested that I listen to any other Scorpion songs other than "Rock You Like a Hurricane." If someone suggested for me to do that, I'm giving views to a group that I purposely avoided listening to growing up because I wasn't interested in them. But now I'm giving views to this group because not only am I watching it the first time to get the song copied so that I can watch it, I'm watching it, I'm rewatching it, I'm stopping starting that video on YouTube. They're getting a ton of views, the Scorpions, and I don't like them. And I'm not saying I don't like them. They're just not a group that I'm into, and I'm giving them all kinds of my time. And who is reaping that? They are. Well, or okay, the record company is, and then the Scorpions might see maybe a little bit of revenue from that. I don't know, but that's why I wish that these record companies would stop blocking things, because technically reactors are putting back out into the world stuff. I'm okay. There's people out there who have incredibly never heard Phil Collins with Genesis in the air tonight. That drives me insane. I cannot believe that, but okay. There are people there, I guess there's a whole generation that has never heard that song. Do you realize that whoever that and I don't know if it's the two that you guys keep mentioning, Alex and Andy. I don't know who these two kids are. They're kids to me. But those two put In the Air Tonight back on the charts. How many years later? I can't even remember when that song came out. Why wouldn't a record company be grateful? I mean, I'm sure Phil Collins is probably like, hey, that's awesome. You're introducing my music to possibly a generation that had somehow overlooked this song somehow. Because I still don't get that, but you know what I'm seeing? Okay, those two might have never heard that, but now I'm seeing copycat reactors, and they're getting all these views, and I'm just sitting here seeing this. I'm scrolling, seeing like 7, 8, 9, 10 reactors in the air tonight. First time reaction. I'm even telling you guys I've heard of some of these groups that you're mentioning. Thin Lizzy, I've heard of them. I've never listened to their stuff. I've never rocked out to it, but I know who they are. But Thin Lizzy really isn't mainstream. Would you consider them mainstream? I don't know. They probably are, but it's not something that I heard that I'm familiar with. I could be completely wrong on all this, and that's fine. I'm just giving my opinion. thank you for coming. I'm not really sure how to say it. Tolv. I'm glad that my Van Morrison reaction brought you here. That's another person, Van Morrison, and I think I mentioned this in my recent reaction to him. I know who Van Morrison is through Brown Eyed Girl, which I think that most people their introduction to Van Morrison is probably that song. I would like to think so. It's either that or Moondance. I don't know which one is the more popular. I would say Brown Eyed Girl. Maybe there's another song I don't know of that's more popular than both of those. But um, when Astral Weeks, like the album, was suggested to me first time, I was just like, "What's this?" Because I didn't know anything outside of Brown Eyed Girl, but I knew who Van Morrison was. And I'm not saying other people are like me. I'm just saying, how is it that there's all these? I don't know. I'm really behind in the chat, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just running my mouth. Maybe I should just shut up. I was lured here by you being mentioned in another reactor's reaction to. Oh wow, awesome. Aw, Dave or Lashaya. I'm sorry. It's really great to hear from you though, and to see you. I always wondered how you've been. I haven't. I don't even know if we're still on like Facebook friends or not, but I know that I hadn't reached out in years because I've had a lot of stuff go on. But it's good to hear from you now, and good to see that you're doing well. Out of 198 sub, 198. Oh, okay. You're subbed to 198 channels. Period. And you're saying 75 to 85, or wait, 75 to 80% are reactions, home free. So, okay, Rod, let me ask you this question because I don't know if there's any other home free representatives, any home fries. I think Tina, I'm not sure if she's still here, but um, so when you watch all the people that react to home free, do you think all of these people really like a cappella singers? I think when I first started reacting to them, I'm pretty sure I was pretty straightforward and upfront because I had heard of that show, The Sing Off. I didn't watch it at all. And I knew about it. I knew what it was about. I knew it was a competition of groups of a cappella singers trying to, I guess, win a record deal or something like that. Yeah, I didn't watch it on purpose because I wasn't interested in seeing anyone sing a cappella. And there really wasn't any motive really behind that except I like a full band. And I guess more specifically, I like a full rock band. I like a lead singer. I like a guitar player. If you're a lead singer and you play guitar, that's okay too. I like a bass guitarist. I like the drummer. If you throw a keyboardist in there, okay, great. You got a full ass band. I love that. That's my thing. Now the other stuff that I like, like the little pop groups and the little R&B groups and the little hip hop groups and stuff like that. Yeah, I get behind those too, but I like music and a cappella really wasn't my thing. Then I started reacting and you guys introduced me to Home Free and I found them to be really astonishing because of how they sound and how they sound like they are a full band. Um, Now the other groups like I guess Voice Play and who else that I react to? Uh Oh my god, no more music. Wait, I can't remember who else. Because really, they're Cimarelli, but they're not fully a cappella. Um, there's some, I guess, artists by themselves that I've reacted to that are a cappella too. But for some reason, Home Free, yeah, they swayed me on the a cappella thing. They did, because I went in really skeptical, especially because the first song was the Boys to Men, and I was real skeptical about how like there. I'm just like no, no, and then I heard it, and I'm just like, okay, I was wrong. But I guess I totally went off subject there. My question, Rod, I just wondered, do you think of all those home free channels you watch, are they all really genuine when they react to home free? Or do you think they just play up to get the fans? Because a lot of times, all of these big groups that we react to, well, I know for me, whenever I react to somebody for the first time, people will be like, "Oh, you're gonna get a whole lot of the fans when by reacting to this," and maybe that happens for everyone else, but I mean, I'm not saying that I'm expecting exponential growth when I listen to, Pink Floyd for the first time or Led Zeppelin for the first time or Nightwish for the first time. I know that those have a big fan group. I know this. But when people, try and put that in your head and it don't happen, it's kind of like, what did I do wrong? I really like the vocal coaches reacting because of the way they break down the abilities. I never got to watch any of those vocal coaches only because I knew that they would probably get into what's the word? The mechanics of singing. I think I watched one guy's reaction and he was actually good. Um excuse me, but I knew that vocal coaches will go into mechanics of singing and stuff, and I just I just when I'm watching stuff like that, I just want to hear the opinion of the person that's watching it. And I don't know if that sounds rude or ew, but that's just me. I have to unsub. Wait, I think I lost where I was. So if anyone's new and I haven't seen you yet, I'm sorry. I won't pretend to be a long time sub, but the Astral Weeks made me a sub. Well, that's cool, and thank you for picking. Thank you for picking me to subscribe to. That it makes me happy. That you found something that you like. You know that's that's my goal. To have people like what I do. Hi, Foreign Way. If you said that like 20 minutes ago, and I'm just seeing it, I'm very sorry. I'm like way behind on chat because I'm running my mouth again. I love doo-wop singing. When I hear it, I like it, but I'm not. It's not something that I prefer and like to look up online or anything. I really want to see someone react to Slade and those anti-glam pure 70s outfits they wore back then. I've never heard of Slade. And when you say anti-glam, what does that mean? Does that just mean like a regular person? Tobacco Road, Edgar Winter. I'm lost. fave vocalist right now is Puddles the Clown. I know who that is. I think the best song I ever saw him do was Royals by Lord. I thought that was hilarious. And I guess also he doesn't he also perform with Postmodern Jukebox? I'm sure somebody will let me know if I'm incorrect about that. I probably am. I'm not against PTX. They don't fit my ear. Not going to discredit them, but they aren't me. Home Free, on the other hand, totally amazing. And since we're bringing up Pentatonics, they were out first, and I wasn't even into them. I just wasn't into the whole acapella thing, period. Puddles is hilarious. Yeah. About 12 to 15 really play it up, and it shows I've unsubbed. It's sad because it doesn't seem like they're there to listen to music and react to it. It seems like if you're just there to... Honestly, I don't understand who would start a YouTube channel if they're really not into it, because it's work. It's not, and Full Moon, you can agree with me, or I don't know if you do agree with me on it. It's work. It's not easy to do. And I can't imagine starting a channel if I'm going to not be genuine behind what I'm doing. Even, I started out I was vlogging. I started out just doing vlogs that nobody cared about. I think I may have had 11 subscribers. Like 5 of them were actual people I knew, like my friends. Before I started doing music reactions, and it took off. But I was behind every vlog, even though nobody watched them. I was behind that shit because I was creating it and it was mine. It was my original stuff. And I guess that was another reason why back then I would say, no way, I'm not doing reaction videos, because it just seemed pretend. And then I come out with the first reaction video, and I know if you're not new to my live streams, you've heard me talk about this before, but the first reaction I did, the Chris Stapleton, I gave what I thought an honest reaction to what I was listening to, and I got stomped. I got stomped. Nightwish does nothing for me. I don't get it. I didn't realize how many people were into that type of music. And I'm not sure what exactly that genre is called. I don't want to compare them because I don't know if anyone is in here that really, really likes Nightwish, and I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to compare them. But I just didn't know that so many people loved that type of music, first of all, and then that group in particular. I've never, and that was surprising too, a group that big, that gets, I'm sorry guys, this Mike's Hard Lemonade is making me super gassy, but I love every bit of it. A group that huge, you would think I would have heard of them before doing these. So that's where I'm kind of lost. And then to know that they've gone through 3 lead singers, but the preferred lead singer is the one now. But they still sing or perform the same. I guess this is a Van Halen situation, right? Because didn't Van Halen go through three. Did they go through three singers? David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, and was there a third? I can't think right now, but I guess we have that same situation where it's the same group and people are trying to get used to each lead singer and trying to see, does the sound, is it still the same, you know? But apparently people go wild for this group, and I would be afraid to say any type of negative thing, even if I didn't really like them. I would be super afraid to say, well, because they would find me and behead me. Like, I feel that they would. YouTube is always entertainment, but like playing it up is expected. It's part of the deal, but you really notice if it's not genuine. You kind of notice. So in saying that, is playing it up something that you don't mind seeing? Is that why, those two guys, and I don't know if you guys told me or not, who the two boys, the original boys that listened to In the Air Tonight and got like super huge, and I think they even got some sort of shout out from some celebrity. But so, I mean, I guess them two, I guess I can understand that they've probably never heard Genesis. Sort of. I guess there could be a whole generation of kids that just have never heard of Genesis. But then the people that came after with their reactions, these are people that are probably in their 30s, 40s. How have you not heard? But then that's me being judgmental, right? And I don't want to be judgmental, so I just, stay over here on my channel and just do my thing. I'm super behind, I know it. On my drinking and the chat. YouTube is work. People just don't get that. Oh my God, it's work. It's so much work. And for every, you might even be able to, second this one. For every, video that for some reason doesn't go through in editing, or once you're up to posting at that point to post, for every 2-3 hours it takes for your video to actually post on YouTube, where you can't even if you're doing it by mobile, which I kind of do all the time, you can't switch screens, because if you do, you mess it all up and you have to start the post all over again. Coming up with a thumbnail that's cool, that people will want to look at your stuff and click on it. You have to be a salesperson on top of entertain people on YouTube. And I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying there's so many things that go into doing it that I can't see someone picking it up to say, oh, I'm just going to do this so I get a lot of subscribers, and not put that work in. I can't see people doing that. Maybe there are people that, go viral with, they eat Tide Pods and they go viral, and, they made their money with their Google ads and they don't have to do a single thing later. Those people I envy, but I'm not eating a Tide Pod. Nightwish is okay, but I prefer Within Temptation. I never even heard of Within Temptation. Epica goes huge. Is that a group too? This chat is just moving on me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I'm behind. If I've missed you, I'm very, very sorry. BBB Ipsy, thank you for removing that nonsense. Really smart. What do you mean? What do you mean? I am offended. That was the 80s. That was the 80s. Madonna, Genesis, Phil Collins, Michael Jackson. Who else? I don't know. But that was the 80s for me growing up. And even 90s. Lazy, Deep Purple. Deep Purple. Are they? I'm sorry, I'm shaking everything, guys. Smoke on the Water? Someone tell me if I'm right. 12 to 15 minutes of content on YouTube equals anywhere from 2 to 5 hours worth. Yes, amen. Preach that gospel, Rod Connor. Yes. Yes. You are so right. That is the gospel. Lagging. I'm lagging? I don't know. I don't know what to do because I don't know how to fix that. I could never do a reaction channel because I would sound like Clint Eastwood telling neophytes to stay off my lawn, shaking my decrepit fist at them. I don't know about that. I think you'd be fine. Really, all you have to do, I mean, the small part of it would just be watch a video of whatever, because you can react to anything. Watch whatever, and then give your opinion about it, either during the video or after. And that's it. No real science, except there is a science behind it. I just haven't figured it out. Prince in the 80s was the best. Prince was good. I grew up listening to Prince. So 80s music is pop to you? No, I just named those few pop artists. 80s for me was also Van Halen, Sam Halen. You guys remember Extreme? Who else was there? Santana? A bit of Santana. Huey Lewis in the News. Bryan Adams. He's actually one of my very favorite guitarists, singer-songwriters. I love Bryan Adams. And come at me, I don't care what you say. I love him. He was my first concert at 17. In one video, they also had... Wait, where'd it go? In one video, they also had dancers hanging upside down. Where? What video? Epica. Oh. Labor is labor. You don't need to work on an oil rig or something. Work is effing work. Amen. Thank you, Tolv. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but thank you. I agree with that stance. Anything that you put effort into and it takes up time, I don't know if that's... I don't think that's the equation for work, but to me, that is work. Smoke on the Water was the overplayed Deep Purple song. Thank you. Am I lagging to you guys? I can't tell, and I don't know what to do about it if I am. After that, posting to social media. And then after that, yeah, I gave up on that posting on social media. I was posting every time I put up something. I was putting it up on my Facebook. I was putting it up on Instagram. But nobody was going there. I was putting all that info in my description box. Nobody was going. Because, I mean, really, all I was trying to do in social media was trying to get new people who may not go on YouTube a lot, trying to get that traffic. But I stopped doing that. Every guitarist back in the day learned playing Smoke on the Water and Sunshine of Your Love, Cream. Never heard that one. Ah, someone has heard of Extreme. Awesome. I was just familiar with. I don't really like More Than Words. Is that one of theirs? My favorite song by them was Wholehearted. Yes, Bryan Adams. Yes, I love him. Reckless. Know every damn song. Reckless was a good album. I can't think of what my favorite album of his was. Cuts Like a Knife. Was that the one with Run to You? I want to say Cuts Like a Knife was my favorite album. The Police. Yeah, I forgot about The Police. Men at Work, Cyndi Lauper. Yep. Bangles, Journey. Yep. Rat. I don't know if I've heard Rat. Maybe I've heard a song of theirs. I can keep going. I mean, I was just naming the few names that came to my head. I'm not saying that the 80s was just Madonna, Michael Jackson, but you think of the 80s when you hear those names. Just behind in the comments. Yeah, I am behind in the comments. Real behind. I can't do it. Overrated singers to me, Phil Collins. Steve Perry, get out of here. I love Steve. I think he is underrated. Steve Perry is an underrated singer. Janis Joplin, I really don't hear much about her. Bob Dylan, never really even heard much about Bob Dylan. ABBA. Nobody mentioned Queen. I'm sorry, Queen. Queen was the 80s, yes. And see, like, no lag. I'm not doing anything. It's not my fault, guys. It's not my fault. Rush, Supertramp. I don't know. Do I know Supertramp? Styx, I'm familiar with Styx. I love Genesis. Wait a minute. You're saying they got worse? Run to You's on Reckless? Oh, okay. My fave Deep Purple tune is Child in Time. I'm sorry, I'm one of those dumb kids that was only familiar with Deep Purple. Or, I'm sorry, Smoke on the Water. Whitesnake, I forgot about Whitesnake. MSG. Who's... Oh. Are you saying Madison Square Garden, you saw Deep Purple and Whitesnake? The Police was cool. I like them. But you know what song? Talk about overplayed. I'm sorry, but what's that song? Every Breath You Take. Yeah, that's overplayed. But you know what? Since we're talking about the Police, and I don't know if Lashaya is an actual real fan of them or any of you guys are, so maybe someone can answer this, because I almost feel like some of the Police's songs were reggae inspired or had a reggae sound. Did they start out that way? Like, kind of like reggae-ish? I had to really look at that. It says Black Math. I really had to look at that. Wait, you're saying that I'm lagging? Like, somehow the stream is fine, but it's me that's slow? Okay. Deep Purple is better, just not that song. Sting, another really... You think Sting is overrated? I absolutely hate Roxanne. Why? I forgot about Aria. Oh, wait. Foreigner? Who loves Foreigner in here? I love Foreigner. Mellencamp, yep. Or are you saying you think of the 80s, you think of Mellencamp, or you're saying you hate John Cougar Mellencamp, or he's overplayed? I think I have to get that straight, because I'm sitting here like agreeing with you and you're saying I hated him, and I'm like, yeah. Foreigner rocks. Yep. Thank you. Love Foreigner. Yeah, BBFC. I listened to Linda. I think around Christmas time, I reacted to her. All members of the Police were into reggae. Peter Tosh, Bob, and all. Okay, so there was like a reggae influence with them. Oh, you love John Cougar. Okay, cool. Air Supply. Why do I like them? They're, I mean, by standards of today, Air Supply is kind of like your elevator music, but for some reason, I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I freaking love that song, and I don't know why. Air Supply. Stop it. Quit being the Debbie Downer. Without Expression, John Cougar remade. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, Giuffria, Call to the Heart, April Wine, Triumph. I don't know what those is. That I don't know what those are. Thomas Dolby. She blinded me with science. Wasn't he? Was he a one-hit wonder? Ooh, what about Aha? Oh, wait a minute. I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting like really good '80s. Billy Idol. Uh, who else? Duran Duran. Oh, I freaking love Duran Duran. Come at me. Come at me about Duran Duran. Christopher Cross was the best elevator. Yeah. Wait a minute. Air Supply is a sissy group. You lose manliness if you listen to. You are so mean. Why are you so mean? Giuffria, am I saying this right? Giuffria, April Wine, and Triumph are all bands. Oh, okay. Hungry Like the Wolf. Yep. I actually went through a phase of really just learning all I could about Duran Duran. They were super awesome. Did you guys know that Duran Duran split into two different groups? And John Taylor, the bassist, and Andy Taylor, not related, the guitarist of Duran Duran, formed a group called Power Station with Robert Palmer. And I forget who Robert Palmer was with. Was he with Genesis at all? You guys probably already know this. I just thought I would throw this little bit of info at you. Spando Ballet. True. I actually love that song. It's I guess by standard today, it's elevator music, but I still love it. Apparently, Spando Ballet and Duran Duran, like, I guess we're in competition. Girls on Film. Of course, you love that video. Of course, you like that video, and that's all I'm saying about it. Air Supply was light in the loafers. One reaction I've never found on YouTube, maybe I'm just bad, is a message to you, Rudy by the Specials. Never heard of that song. Billy Idol learned him in the 90s? Learned? Am I seeing that wrong? Ordinary World is definitely awesome. Planet Earth, I'm kind of just like, this is when they were like starting out. And I mean, I like it because I like them, but it's not on my list of favorites. I will say that. Def Leppard, yeah, I forgot about them. Totally forgot about Def Leppard. UB40, yes, I used to love them. Poison, I forgot about them. Poison. Was that Brett Michaels? Dawkins. Never listened to Dawkins, although I've heard of them. Why didn't they split? Why didn't they split? They did split. I don't know what the years were, but they did split. Um, and I honestly can't remember why they did. Uh, Simon LeBon, Nick Rhodes, and forget the drummer's name. He's a Taylor too, though. They formed. I forget the name of their band. Uh, Arcadia. They formed Arcadia, and then and uh, John Taylor and Andy Taylor formed Power Station. And I thought I saw someone. Yeah, Flock of Seagulls. What about since you mentioned them? Okay, Hall and Oates, guys. Hall and Oates. Everything's going fast. I can't review nothing. Benny Hill. That's a show, isn't it? The Clash. I remember them. Rock the Casbah. And wait, didn't they do Should I Stay or Should I Go? The Cars. Yeah. Roxette. Yeah, I loved all of those. Are you guys trying to make a point that I left all these groups out when I was talking about what the 80s were? I'm telling you, I was just coming up with what first came into my mind. Just what I needed. But you know what my favorite song by the Cars is? Drive. That's my favorite song. Zebra? There was a group called Zebra? Or is that a person? The hair bands of the 80s. Wait, Warrant? She's my cherry pie. And I'm country. You think I've heard that somewhere before? London Calling. You know where I heard that song? I never heard it before. I heard it in the movie Get Him to the Greek, which is a really, 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 really funny movie. If you haven't seen it, it's hilarious. No, D, just that you cut years of reactions to go. Oh my god. Can you imagine if I reacted to all of that? I mean, half of that I already know, but yes, a 3-man band, Zebra. Randy Jackson? Huh. Randy Jackson, the dude from American Idol, right? Should I stay or should I go? Yeah, The Clash. Anyone remember Simple Minds? Oh, I don't remember their first hit though. Simple Minds, aren't they the ones that sing is it Don't You Forget About Me? Or am I wrong about that? Vinnie Vincent was an ass but great guitar player. I don't know who that is. Check into Zebra. Take your fingers from my hair. Dream Theater remade it. That's a funny name of a song. Rat, Out of the Cellar, whole album on my computer. I don't know if I know that song. Oh, different Randy. Sorry. In the 80s, I was more a hard 70s rock type person. Plus, I loved Prince. You're wild, BBBMC. You liked hard rock, but you liked Prince. Yeah, Tolv. I've mentioned earlier. I don't know if maybe I said it before you got here. Reaction requests. I can't take them from here. My list is compiled from reaction videos that I do. So after the chat, however long either you plan on staying or however long I keep going, which probably isn't going to be much longer. My battery's about to die, but if you go into any of my reaction channel or God, my reaction videos and leave your reaction request in the comments, it's going to take me a while. I'm just putting that out there, but I will get to it. Tina Turner, I forgot about her. Okay, guys, okay. The Fix. I don't know if I ever heard of them. 80s produced The Fade getting Rick rolled. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you guys remember someone, you mentioned Rick rolled. Rick, what's his name? Rick Isley? Rick, come on, someone help. This guy, or I'll probably come up with Astley. Yeah, that guy, Rick Astley. He did a cover, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like a group of Now. Oh, he did a Post Malone cover. It was ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. REM, Everybody Hurts. Were they 80s or were they mostly 90s? Thank you, Lashaya, by the way, for giving me Rick's last name. Will you react to any music? What's that mean? I react to music all the time. I was also in classic and hard rock, but in 80s really got into new wave, went to many dance clubs, and therefore got into freestyle. Sweet. Slaughter, Up All Night. That song sounds familiar. Rick Astley has the most annoying voice. Really? You think his voice is annoying? That's what I thought. I mostly 90s. Up all night, sleep all day. Have I heard that? Is that a rock song? And they scream that? Up all night, sleep all day. I'd probably have to hear it. Tiny Tim. Yeah. Tiny Tim, that's hilarious. Mark Slaughter has a newer album. Oh, newer, my bad. A newer album out has a song called Supernatural. Sweet Love is like oxygen. Sweet Love, who's that by? Because there's a couple of people who sing a song with that title, and I'm probably sure you're not thinking of who I'm thinking of. Not one person has mentioned AC/DC. My bad. AC/DC. You're right. I've always been into good music, no matter the type, mostly hard rock. That's how I feel too, Full Moon. If it's good, I like it. I mean, if I pick the genre that I probably relate to the most, and I guess this surprises people, but I like rock music. That's my thing. But all music, if it's good, is good. Twisted Sister. I think someone mentioned Twisted Sister earlier. Men at Work. I feel like someone mentioned Men at Work earlier. I think it was Lashaya, actually. I forget how it goes, but men down, or I come from the land down under. That's their song, right? I mean, will you do a reaction vid to a Swedish death metal song or Chinese opera? If you request it, yeah. Yeah. If you request it and I'm able to do it, then yeah, I'll do it. I just can't tell you I'm going to do that like tomorrow because I have like a lot of requests and I'm doing everything in the order that I get it. So that's all I'm saying is that I have to do things in an order. And I have a lot of order. A lot. Your waters run deep. Please elaborate. Sweet are a great band. Never heard of them. BBB Ipsy, I can imagine. Pay them stand up comedy or emo. Oh, I mean, I know this has nothing to do with it. Someone put the name in there and it reminded me. And yeah, no one mentioned Rod Stewart either. What about Wilson Phillips? I know people probably, well, I don't know, people probably love them. I really didn't like them back then. And actually, they weren't 80s, they were more 90s. So my bad. Allman Brothers, Kraftwerk, Cher. Cher's transcendent. She was the first to use it. I bet you I know what song. That Believe song. Men at Work Down Under is one of the most fun songs. Actually, isn't it I don't know who sings this, but we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. I have no clue who sings that. White Snake. Someone mentioned them. Susie Quattro, was she in a group? Simply Red, yeah. I used to love them. Eurythmics. Aw, you guys are mentioning some great stuff. Yeah, I said Wilson Phillips, but I feel like they were more. But since we're talking about Wilson Phillips, Beach Boys, because I think the Wilson in Phillips was for Brian Wilson's daughter, and the Phillips was for the Mamas and the Papas, John Phillips' daughter. Oh, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, right? No one mentioned U2. Yeah, they were a big part of the 80s. Really big part. Electric Avenue is Eddie Grant. Thank you. Lips Inc., Funky Town. Was that 80s or was that from disco? Dolly Parton, He's Alive. Listen on your own. Please, with sugar on top and a cherry on top. I will definitely get at some point get a chance to listen to that. Beach Boys, Jan and Dean. Beach Boys was, I guess, maybe I moved them. Well, the first time I ever heard of the Beach Boys was when Kokomo came out. You guys remember that song? And thank you. I forget who explained about uh, Susie Quattro. I saw it and I don't know where it went. Jinx Pony? Is that a group? Wham! Yeah, how do we forget Wham? Or George Michael, because he was definitely 80s too. The chat died. um in the 70s, Susie Quattro, The Pleasure Seekers was her first band. What's a song from the last 5 years that you really like? From the last 5 years. I don't know because I really don't listen to stuff that's out now. Okay, so that would take me back to 2015. Oh god. Um you guys are going to make fun of me. So back in 2015, yeah, 2015, that was when I guess Nick Jonas was going solo. So I I liked not all of his stuff, but I liked his song Chains. This other singer that had come around, Tove Lo, I liked her song Habits. I'm starting to get into Harry Styles from One Direction. I'm a little late on that, but I really like his song Lights Up. I think it's called Lights Up. That's 3. And all of these people I named are younger than me. um uh I'm trying to think what uh I need 2 more. Um I can't think. That's like putting me on the spot. Uh I'm trying to think, are there any rock songs? And I can't think of any because I feel that rock kind of slipped away. And when I say rock, that for me, that encompasses everything, like just, regular rock, emo, alternative rock, all of that. Um I can't think of the other two. Elton John was 70s and 80s. Yeah. I feel like 80s is when he really flourished. George Michael had a few great songs later on. Judging, judging, judging. Who's judging? I have hardly liked anything from the last 25 years. Come on now. There has to be something you like. Hi, Mohammed. New. I'm sorry, I just saw you. Thanks for coming in. I kind of liked Lucky You by Eminem and Joyner Lucas. I haven't heard that one, but Eminem's latest album is definitely fire. I've heard, well, I reacted to one song. I'm not sure if, what was that one? Godzilla? I don't know if that's on that new album, but that I saw the video for that and that was really cool. Like, really good. Ray Stevens is on YouTube. I don't know who Ray Stevens is. Cool in the Gang? Guys, I'm going into red on my battery on my computer. I feel that that is probably a sign that I need to go. Um, Also, probably the little headache that I'm getting. Probably both signs. But I really do appreciate all of you for coming out and chatting with me. I had a good time. Wow, I didn't even realize it was 3 hours. It's almost, well, it's 2:30 over here on the East Coast. I really had a great time chatting with all of you. I appreciate it each time that you come hang out with me when I go live. Thank you all so much. I also appreciate you watching my videos, whether or not, you think that I don't know where I'm going with this. I appreciate that you watch my videos. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be one of those reactors that you do watch. I hope that, I keep entertaining you all. I have fun with it. It's fun for me. I'm not complaining about anything because it's my choice to do all of this, and I like it. And I like hanging out with you guys, getting to engage with you in the comments and through live streams and such. So I really had a good time tonight. If I said anything out of pocket, I apologize. I was drinking, but I love you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Stay safe. I hope you have fun. I hope you get to relax. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. And you get to laugh at me trying to get out of here.